This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
And a pleasant good evening from Elgin Owl Stadium, just down the road off I-44 from East Lawton. Probably the shortest trip for a football game in my history of broadcast, Jay. I mean, I was joking with the coaches, I thought it was probably the same distance to get to Eisenhower if you're in town to get to Elgin, because if you're in town, to get across town, if you're going to get to 82nd Street, take you about 20 minutes from the east side, and it took about 15 or so to get to Elgin. So here we are.
Seems like a home game.
Yeah, for a big setup here for a lot of anticipation. Number 4, Elgin Owls against the number 10, Macarthur Highlanders in a big district showdown. We'll talk about playoff implications. We'll talk about all the rest of the setup that fans like to talk about. But first things first, it is this game and this matchup. Welcome to your countdown to kickoff, brought to you by Western Oklahoma State College. Forget what you know about a community college and join a college community. Call 580-477-2000 for more information, or visit them at wosc.edu. It's your Western Oklahoma State College countdown to kickoff. And Jay, the weather's nice. I was also talking, and Coach Manning says, I said, well, I was wanting fall weather, not to winter. He says, that's how it works around here. We go from summer to winter, and we get a couple of fall dates, like maybe sprinkled in like March or April, or maybe one in January, something like that. So.
Yeah, and this north wind is kind of whistling Dixie down through here, so hey, this is football weather, though. This is, if you're a football player, especially if you're a biggin, you love this kind of weather because it's just perfect. I mean, so for the fans, it's a little chilly, but for everybody else, for the football players, they're going to be ready.
Well, people are insulated. The ones that have made their trip out here, the Macarthur stands are starting to fill up. The Elgin fans are already filled up, and they got their noisemakers. You're going to hear a lot of that. And so when you have an undefeated 8-0 team and a 7-1 team that was lost one district game, that is us, that lost to Midwest City a few weeks ago, but rebounded nicely to say, well, what kind of Macarthur team is this? When you watch the Midwest City game, then you saw the El Reno game last week, you say, oh, okay, well, that's the familiar Macarthur team I was ready to see. So let's see what they can bring out tonight. Both teams have made all of their preparations for this showdown. Now, Elgin, by the way, a little bit different because they only not have this game on the horizon. They've got Midwest City to end out the season, and they beat us with a fingertip catch last year at our place. Then they lost with a last-minute throw in the end zone to upheld them for a district championship, where Midwest City won that, and that's how that story went. So we have Noble to finish out with ours, but first things first, this is a very important number 4 undefeated Elgin team against your Macarthur Highlanders.
Yeah, this is what you play all year for. You're here now where you wanted to be, and you're going to have to come out and play probably your best game of the year, because Elgin is they're stacked, and they've got a good football team.
Well, we're going to have the honoring of their seniors, so they're doing a little bit of a senior night presentation, and we've got more with our coaches show and so much more as our countdown to kickoff by Western Oklahoma State College will continue right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Coast Technology Group specializes in audio, video, and lighting for schools, house of worship, home, and business. Work with our team's engineers to design the right system for your conference rooms, video telecommunications, stadiums, auditoriums, video walls, home theater, and automation. Whether your next project is large or small, let our team with over 150 years of combined experience help design the right system with simple, reliable technology.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs, we make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Weather predictions say heaters will be pushed to their limits this year. Have Miller Noble do a preseason heater checkup to make sure you don't get caught in the cold this winter. We'll stop by, inspect your furnace filters, thermostat, and efficiency, and ensure that it will be ready for the cold. Even if you aren't, don't get caught in the cold without a heater this year. Visit MillerNoble.com to schedule your service today.
Your comfort comes first. Miller Noble Heating and Air.
College is about more than just a degree.
It's a journey that will shape your future and change your life. That's why MSU Texas provides a place to find your passion,
To connect with others.
and discover who you truly are.
We're dedicated to providing a well-rounded education that prepares you for a variety of careers.
You'll have everything you need to pursue your dreams at MSU Texas.
Start your journey. For more information, visit msutexas.edu.
Are you ready to find your dream home?
Let's find it together.
We can help you find that perfect home and walk you through the buying process.
Or maybe you just want to sell your home. We can help with that too.
Hi, I'm Pam.
And I'm Barry. We've been helping buyers and sellers for 21 years.
Together, we could help you sell your home.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
All right, back to Elgin Owl Stadium, honoring the seniors here as our countdown to kickoff by Western Oklahoma State College continues. Become a part of the Pioneer family today. And Jay, let's get you right to the keys to the game from Wade's Driving School. The Wade family has over 60 years of combined experience and are the clear choice for drivers training in Southwest Oklahoma. Give them a call at 580-678-3388. Get training started today with Wade's at Wade's Driving School. I'll start it off. I'll say for the Macarthur Highlanders, for Elgin, what you know about them, they have an incredible runner. We have a runner that just beat the Elgin high school record for most rushing yards, and he's a senior. And I think, and we did this last week, you got to stop the run first. So I think stop the run, and then secondary, I think, pressure the quarterback. I think you got to get to Trace Laura. I don't think that you let him sit back there and just, on a dime throw things. So a little bit of the defense, I think, is the key, because I think the offense will come along, and just like if you're going to compare to OU's strength is their defense. Our strength is our defense, and the offense can just come and do what it needs to do to get the points necessary. But my keys to the game are those two big: Elgin stop on run, and then pressure the quarterback.
I can't disagree with any of that. I honestly, I believe that Macarthur's going to have to bring their A game on defense, and this is going to have to be the best defensive game they played all year long. I think this is probably going to be one of the best offenses they've faced all year long. I've watched some of the film, and Elgin looks really good on offense.
Oh, yeah.
They look very, very good. But the next thing is don't do self-inflicted wounds. Don't go out there and get a bunch of penalties and late stuff. trust me, there's going to be a lot of chippiness from both sides.
They'll be chirping
as this starts, because there's been a lot of talk this
Right.
whole week, and a couple weeks prior to this has been talking. So
and you have
it's
one
hot.
that's ranked number 4, which is Elgin, and we're ranked number 10. So, if you're one of the top 10s in Class 5A, you're going to play like it. You're going to, and so, there's going to be a little bit of that. So, if it's what you can control, which is that, and then eliminate turnovers would be another key if you want to throw that in there. Keys of the Game brought to you by Wade's Driving School with over 60 years of combined experience. Call 678-3388 if you're into the market of getting your training started off with your young driver. Let's give you your schedule sponsor, which has been all year long by the Orchard Group from Morgan Stanley. The key to financial success is taking care of your family tree. For more information, please visit their team website or call 580-354-7475. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney LLC, member SIPC. So you have the whole schedule that, unfortunately, we get to October 27th. At the end of October, that's week 9. That means there's only one regular season game left next week at home, senior night against the Noble Bears. But, just kind of reminiscing, we started off with the John Marshall Bears and with the Noble Bears, and in between the ups and downs of, the city championship, beating both Lawton High and Eisenhower, and then, Duncan, Altus, Ardmore. Midwest City kind of would like to get that game back. El Reno, pretty good showing last week, but let's see how we finish out, because whoever's ready right now, and we just saw a great game with Carl Albert and Guthrie last week, and this is their bye week, so they're off at the perfect time to kind of heal up before they get into week 10 into playoffs. And we've got some great matchups on the network. We've got 8 games, 9 teams featured on this Friday night football. We had Eisenhower last week. They fell at home on senior night to Guthrie. Everybody else is in action except for Carl Albert on their bye week, and we've got the Newcastle Tuttle Showdown, which is going to be really good, and also Del City and Coweta. And if you remember last year, Coweta went for 2 in overtime to beat Del City at Del City. So you got that rematch, you got this rematch of last year's loss, and so you've got so much to look forward to. So our schedule sponsored by the Orchard Group or from Morgan Stanley, and your keys to the game from Wade's Driving School as our countdown to kickoff continues from Western Oklahoma State College. Forget what you know about a community college and join a college community. We'll be back with coaches' comments right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Scooter's Coffee, world-class coffee rooted in quality, with 2 locations to serve you in Lawton and Elgin. Wake up to the amazing aroma of quality, from their hot and iced drinks to blenders, smoothies, teas, to even their great food delights. Or why not try their at-home coffees or coffee on the go? Locally owned and operated, Scooters in Lawton and Elgin. Scooters, rooted in quality. Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind: providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle, 580-357-8720.
The Fraternal Order of Police, Lodge Number 98, and the Lawton Police Officers Association, proudly serving the Lawton community and all of his athletics. Well, it's time for our coaches show and reflections about game-to-game week analysis, and we're just going to say we're excited to say that we can review this week after a great showing against El Reno. Kind of break that down for us.
Yeah, first of all, El Reno is a very good team, and we just had a great game. It was a great bounce-back game from our performance the week before. And just really proud of our kids, the way they handled the whole week. And, it's not easy to get beat in a game that you really play bad and get beat bad. And they worked hard and responded well and came out and had our, at least offensively, our best game of the year. Didn't shoot ourselves in the foot, didn't have a whole lot of penalties, and held on to the ball and put points on the board. It was a really good night offensively, and the defense did just another great job. That running back is really good. Set a state record a few weeks ago, and we held him in check all night long.
Don't know if a team really responds to the saying, see what you can do when you don't have penalties and things go your way. This is one of those little learning moments there that you can learn one way, the hard way, and you can learn by the positive ends as well. Okay, so this is a big game that I think maybe some have circled on their calendar as far as a game of interest because of last year's drama unfolding at the last-minute win for Elgin here at our place. You get to return the favor, hopefully, at Elgin. It's going to be a nice playoff atmosphere. Because they're packing the stands. They're undefeated. We only have one loss. Outside of that, that's just going to be the great for the fandom. What did you break down Elgin? Who is Elgin? Because we've seen nothing but their scores and their opponents and kind of just really finding out who it is. So breaking down film, what does Elgin look like for this year?
Elgin's a really good team. They're well coached. They've got good athletes, and they do a good job. There's not really a spot on the field you can look at and say, they're not very good there. They do a good job everywhere on the field, and it's going to be a game that we're going to have to play well and take advantage of some situations that we might find ourselves in, and play an offensive game like we did last week, where we're not having all these self-induced problems, and get after it. It's going to be fun. It's I think the proximity. We're only a few miles apart here, and it's really got kind of an inner city type feel, but it's fun. It's the reason you play this game, and the reason you coach this game is for games like this.
And what is your keys to the game for a win tonight?
We're going to have to do a good job defensively, tackling the running back, while staying in coverage. Last week there wasn't a whole lot of a passing threat out of El Reno, where Elgin, they're capable at both running the ball and throwing the ball. So we're going to have to do a really good job defensively, and then offensively we're going to have to move the ball, put points on the board, and stay away from those problems that we have caused at times.
Since we weren't playing at the time, a little reflection on the other side of the district. Were you able to see any of the Carl Albert Guthrie game? And what do you know about those top four? We'll say the top four because that hasn't changed in so long, of Guthrie, Bishop McGinnis, Piedmont, and Carl Albert. That's the side of the district we're going to have to play in playoffs. So how is that looking?
It's like always. That's a really good district. It's one of the best districts in the state, regardless of class. And they, I didn't see a whole lot. A couple of the highlights is all of the Carl Albert Guthrie game, but two really good teams. Guthrie. Everybody asked last week how you think it's going to go, and I didn't know. Carl Albert's just so talented, but I knew Guthrie played really good defense too. So it was a great game. Came down to the wire, and I think those two teams are right up there. Probably the best in 5A, but. McGinnis and Piedmont, they do their own, different style of offense. Piedmont with the flex bone, and they play this week, so we'll know pretty much how their district's going to be after this week's game. But just a really solid district from that upper group.
How are we health-wise heading into Week 9?
We're getting better. We've been playing without a few guys, and I think most of those guys should be back. We're still, kind of waiting on Xavier Booth, but Sean Hughes will be back and Xavier Hill will be back. So we're getting healthy.
Okay, and who has the rights of carrying out the hammer for the Elgin matchup?
Yeah, for the first time, Matthew Steele, junior linebacker. He had a really good game as our leading tackler, and got a few good hits too.
All right, so there'll be shaking of the rocks on Elgin, and I guess the Booster Club on our side is doing the same thing with some containers to make noisemakers, because we've been challenged that Elgin's going to make more noise than Macarthur fans. We'll see that. We'll pack the stands on both sides as our countdown to kickoff continues right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
When it comes to your health, you want and deserve the best. You want a hospital with the highest quality scores in the region and one that provides safe, excellent care. Southwestern Medical Center has been a part of this community for 115 years and has a history of delivering compassionate, skilled health care to Lawton and Fort Sill. Choose the hospital that has always put the health of this community first. Southwestern Medical Center. Be well. Live well. That's why we're here.
Let's go!
Guys, the toilet's clogged! Stop again! Oh, that's gross.
Unnecessary clogging. 30-minute fix. We'll have you back and using the toilet in no time. Don't let bad plumbing penalize you. Call Whitehead Plumbing today.
When plumbing problems hit hard like a linebacker, call an audible. Whitehead Plumbing is here to tackle them head on.
Whitehead Plumbing, the real MVPs.
Yeah!
Woo!
We're your plumbing MVP.
Lawton Community Health Center's high-quality health care is convenient to wherever you are in the region. We're here for you, whether it's our main clinic on Southwest Lee Boulevard or any of our other locations in Lawton. LCHC has additional clinics in Marlow, Comanche, Cache, Medicine Park, Apache, Elgin, and Burns Flat, with more on the way. Enjoy peace of mind knowing quality care from experienced providers is always available. LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. We also provide residential trash services for Lawton's outlying communities. We've got a solution for small businesses, contractors, construction companies, and everybody in between. We're a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
Where sports is our middle name. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
All right, well, back into Elgin Owl Stadium, site of number 4 against number 10 in 5A across the great state of Oklahoma. And the marching band, I guess, Spirit Week, Halloween, I don't know, they're all in costume right there. The Elgin Marching Band with their fight song played. 8-0 against 7-1, and we are excited to bring it to you here live on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Download the free app by searching Oklahoma Sports Network on Google and Android devices. You can find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Facebook Live, like us there, and then also on YouTube. Follow us there on YouTube as well. Getting ready for our coin toss, and our coin toss sponsor is Hop and Sack. It's proud to be locally owned with a convenience store in Lawton, Oklahoma since 1994. They've been proud to serve our local community. Drop on by anytime. We'd love to see you. Number 2 Southeast 45th Street, right across from Macarthur High School. It is your coin toss with Xavier Booth and Mr. Caldwell going to come out to midfield to get this one. And I guess all the seniors, and you counted them, how many? 13? 13 seniors, and they'll have 2 that will go out and represented. So we'll have an opportunity. Chris Burke here in the press box, so he's going to be able to come and do our sideline as well, and that's going to be a great opportunity. On a cool night, as all the seniors are going to come out. And so all in red and white for Elgin Owl Red. And the Macarthur Highlanders is with the white jerseys and the green and black numbers. All loaded up and ready to go. Jay, you and I maybe differ on this coin toss. What do you, in a game like this, do you want the ball first or do you want to defer?
I'm going to defer just because I know the defense I have.
Okay. So we'll see as the visiting team, which will be the Macarthur Highlanders, not much of a visiting team. You take a 15-minute bus ride here from the east side, just hop on Interstate I-44 and then get off on the Elgin exit, and you're here. It was probably one of the quickest trips I ever made for a football matchup when we were the out-of-town team. And so we're going to have, I guess, the team captains going over the last-minute instructions. We know what this game means for both teams. District implications, the coin's up in the air. Macarthur gets to call it. And they're getting the crowd amped up with this, as they call this the nest. And we are in the nest, right? Knee-deep in it. So Elgin won the coin toss and elected to defer. So they will be kicking off to the Highlanders, who will get the ball first. Let's give you your starting lineups by Crystal Miller CPA, certified public accountant in Lawton for personal and business accounting, plus tax preparations, 1104 Southwest B Avenue, phone 580-581-0970. Let's give you your offensive starters first and foremost for the visiting Macarthur Highlanders, with our starting quarterback at sophomore, Mr. Lachlan, 6 foot, 180-pound sophomore, followed by the one that will tote the rock, Jeremy Hutchinson. He'll lead in with a two-back system, 6 foot coming in, carrying that. Trey Kibble wearing number 5, 5'11", 220 pounds. He will play both sides of the ball. And then we've got on the outside edge for a receiving core is Bo DeLong, 5'9", 165-pound wide receiver. And then we have the sophomore to sophomore connection. Both teams are coming out at the same time, so there's a big rush on both sides, Josh rushing. And then Dominic Collins, we got number 1, who is going to play on the defensive side of the ball, 5'9", in the fireworks display here at Elgin Owl Stadium to make it a football extraordinaire. Joe Warner, and then we got number 53, Jeremy Fields. You talk about being distracted. You got fireworks, you got noisemakers, you got everybody in the house as our starting lineups continue with Avery Hartney wearing number 68, 5'11", 255 pounds. And then also wearing number 67 is Jordan McCoy. Jordan McCoy, 6 foot, 235 pounds. And then also wearing number 65 outside tackle, Chris Fialoa, 6 foot, 225 pounds, under the direction of head coach Brett Manning. That is your offensive starters. We'll get our defense a little bit later on because we're getting ready to kick this one off. So ready or not, Jay, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They have emptied the pregame clock, and that was your countdown to kickoff by Western Oklahoma State College. We'll put 12 on the board, and we're ready for high school football in week 9 across the great state of Oklahoma. All the fanfare, all the pyrotechnics, all of that out the window. Everything that you prepared for. The Elgin Owls have won the coin toss, has elected to defer, and they will be kicking off to the Macarthur Highlanders to start this one up. First quarter sponsor is brought to you by Pam & Barry. Pam & Barry at RE/MAX. They're not bragging. They're just applying for a job. Call 248-8800. Nobody sells more real estate than Pam & Barry at RE/MAX. So the close-up shot of the visiting Highlanders with their white jerseys will come out into the kick return formation. 12 on the board, and we are excited to bring you high school football across the great state of Oklahoma. A little bittersweet when you get to week number 9 because, you know, football is almost finished with regular season. Playoff is right around the corner, and this is a playoff atmosphere as the fans are already standing on their feet with their jug makers, with the rocks that you can hear in the background, and the horns and everything else that goes with it. And your kickoff sponsor is brought to you by Wayne's Drive-In. Burgers to baskets, pizzas, salads, steak fingers, and the best sweet tea and cherry limeades in town. Hey, everybody, let's go to Wayne's. So the ball is going to be kicked end over end. It's going to be high and spied early as it's picked up at the 30 and then leveled at the 32-yard line. He gets away from the one tackler as he comes down and all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Wow, he was hit and the ball flies forward to another Macarthur.
Unbelievable.
And is brought up field. But, man, that was a lot of luck.
Scary because that was a hit. Delivered a slobber knocker on special teams, and then lo and behold, and we say those things can make shifts, and everybody was up on their feet because they thought for sure the ball was laid out and Elgin would have had an opportunity at it. But decent field position to start for the Highlanders. 1st and 10 right outside their own 44-yard line. Just underway, exciting atmosphere, playoff atmosphere with trips on the top end of your screen. Lachlan will now get a shift over in the running back position next to his left. Straight back to pass, looking downfield, going to come low on the front end, and that's going to be incomplete, trying to go to Dominic Collins. you got to get the jitters out. I thought it was going to be a handoff here, but we started off with throwing on the first down opportunity.
Yeah, you just got to just calm down just a touch.
Chris, I don't know if you can hear us or not. You can get ready to chime in anytime you're ready.
Hear you loud and clear, loud and clear. You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
It's going to be loud and proud in these stands. It's going to be another throw, little screen to Bo DeLong. Gets it at the 45, makes a man miss at the 50, and then you just need to go down. You get close to the 50-yard line, and that's going to be a decent pickup, but now it's going to be about a third down and about 6 to go. Right outside the 50-yard line for the Highlanders, just underway in the first quarter on the first possession with 11:33 and ticking for the first opportunity, and we've got a silent count. Our linemen have to check exactly what the play is. Oh, and that came up, and that's a false start because the noise is just a little bit too much. Can't hear the count, and that's going to back them up 5 yards. And we didn't really see that could be a problem here in high school football, but I saw that Fialoa came over because he wasn't getting the count, and he can't hear. So whether they go on a silent count or not, we'll have to go see from here. 3rd down and 10. For the Highlanders, Bo DeLong and Dominic Collins will be the low receivers here on the bottom of your screen. Straight back to pass. Looking downfield, shoulder shrugs, waits, sats in the pocket. He's got Dominic Collins. It's open. It's caught at the 21-yard line. And the ball comes out, but I think that is that an incomplete catch?
Incomplete.
Incomplete. Dominic Collins had it, and then right there lost it.
Oh, my goodness.
He jumped just a little bit and got caught up in the air. The ball just came out when he hit the ground hard.
Well, and it was the ground that right there, and man, it was set up right outside the 20-yard line, and now a punting formation as you had it beat, and we saw that earlier on in a Midwest City game, and Dominic Collins was not able to come down with it. Stands back at his 32-yard line, so the Highlanders get stopped. It's high, and then it gets a little bit of pressure, gets this one away, and that's a decent punt that's going to knock out of bounds right outside the 20-yard line. So, boy, the emotions are high. You get an overthrow. Dominic Collins, and, he was so solid in the El Reno game, and, you got the emotions coming up, and he hit the ground hard. And I think what Chris was saying, too, it was really more the ground that caused it than anything else because there's nobody with him.
Man, that was a great throw and a great attempted catch anyway, and they'll go back to that again.
Well, yeah, considering how open that was, that could have been 6 if he would have come down with it and not lose his footing. So Trace Laura and company will start off on their first possession right outside their own 20-yard line with 2 receivers here on the near side. Got a man in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Lund, and Lund is going to be taken back, initially surged right at the 20-yard line. That's what the Macarthur defense has been known for, is the punishing run defense that we've seen this year.
Yeah, and that's just great defense right there. Gap control. Make sure everybody's in their spot.
So it brings up a 2nd down and 10. First possession for the Elgin Owls. Laura back in the shotgun formation. Hard count, gets a new play call from the sideline. He'll have 2 receivers on the top side. And he quickly goes back to work. 10:29 and counting in the first quarter. It's going to be another handoff sweep, jet sweep motion, and the Highlanders are there to meet him as he tries to turn the corner, gets up to about the 25, 26-yard line, and that will bring up about a 3rd down and about 7. See that on the First Baptist East instant replay. Glad you could join us here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. A great showdown between number 10 and number 4. The Elgin Owls ranked number 4, undefeated. Highlanders with their one lone loss to Midwest City just a few weeks back. And Trace Laura on a 3rd down and long. We'll have twins here on the near side with a tight end that shifts over. It's going to be a handoff to Lund, and he is going to be taken down as the exchange is met at the 30-yard line, and that will bring a 4th down and a punting situation for the Elgin Owls.
That's good defense. It's a good start.
Well, and you want to be able to have that if you can get it. And, Chris, you're going to have to probably find a hot spot since you're on the visiting side. I got you right now. Well, just when I said I got you, and then we lost you. So back to punt at his own 20 or 18-yard line, gets this one away. Dominic Collins everyone backs away. Gets it roll as the Elgin Owl roll will get down to about the 34-yard line to set up shop. So both teams have respectively held each other on their first drives, kind of what you'd expect in a game like this. Now let's see if we can open this up, and the Macarthur Highlanders will get their second opportunity on offense. Just 9:06. Boy, I felt like, man, my whole life was right there. I mean, the emotions of it. As it's starting to get loud in this stands, trying to make some noise as opposing their will as the 12th man, so to speak, here in the Owl's Nest. They get louder and louder as you get close to the snap. Lachlan got a man in motion. That's Dominic Collins. It's going to be a handoff to Dominic Collins as the pop motion goes up to the far side of the field and gets up to about the 36-yard line. Decent carry on a first down pickup. And boy, they all get quiet. Boy, just they have the in-between little subjection, but the Macarthur Highlanders will go quickly on offense. 2 receivers near side and far side. Lachlan back in the shotgun formation. Little screen pass. It's caught. Gets up to about the 41, 42-yard line. Nice little pitch and catch for the Highlanders there. Dink and doink, I mean, if you want to be able to do that.
Well, that's just like a run. I mean, that's...
So Trey Williams there, opportunity now as Lachlan on a 3rd down and short. It's going to be a handoff. Oh, and boy, take out on the knees, and that's going to be a 4th down territory for the Highlanders. Upended, 4th down and about 1, and you're going to want to punt it here. I don't think you're going to give Elgin an opportunity unless you want to try to hard count him to try to draw him off sides. But it looks like Braden Brown is not in for punting at this time. Lachlan is going to go for it on a 4th down. Decides to run with it. Lachlan, is hit. And the gamble did not pay off for the Highlanders. 1st and 10 going the other way for the Elgin Owls, right outside the Owls' 40-yard line. So you give them a short field to work with on a 4th and 1 and a quarterback draw. That does not work.
Well, that's a chance you take and just come up short there.
I don't know what the coaches saw that they thought they could get that, but that was tough.
I thought he might have had a little room on this side, but I think he was just trying to get 1 yard, so he stuck it up in there. Just good tackling, too.
Yeah, and Elgin showed that, so that's the first little marker that you'll put on for the Highlanders. They give Elgin a short field to work with. Trace Laura back in the shotgun formation. He'll work. Handoff to Lund. Lund tries to get around the corner, the 35 to the 30. Off to running and then gets upended at about the 22-yard line. That will be a 1st and 10. Move the chain. So right out of the gate, after you got the Lund stop, he's off and running, and he hits the corner, and he's got that jet kind of speed.
You got to make sure you set that corner and make him have to cut back. You can't let him get outside like that.
7:40 and counting, knocking at the door right outside the red zone for the Elgin Owls. They're going to go quickly. Got 1 running back behind him, man in motion for a tight end to go strong block to Lund. Lund hits the hole, but then gets hit in the linebacking core, gets down to about the 18-yard line to bring up a 2nd down and about 8. So 7:26 and counting. Both teams have had the ball once. This is the 2nd possession for the Elgin Owls. Highlanders just try to go for it on a 4th and 1 and don't get it right outside their own 40-yard line. So short field to work with for the Elgin Owls as they'll have twin receivers here on the bottom of your screen. Back in the shotgun formation is Laura. Laura, handoff to Lund. Lund off tackle to the far side. Oh, and they get him down after that initial surge. He thought he was going to be out the gate. But the Highlanders get the stop right outside the 13-yard line. Needs to get down to about the 10 to get a 1st down. So it will be a 3rd down and about 3. Elgin Owls knocking at the door after the Highlanders 4th and 1 in their own territory. Elgin Owls with possession at the 6:36 mark. Laura, and this is whistled dead. And what's this call going to be here? It's going to be timeout. Timeout is called by Elgin. So they call their first timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
All right, back to action here as Elgin called a timeout. It will be a 3rd down and 4 with Trace Laura. Will set the ball, and he'll have in the pistol formation. Now they'll empty, and it's going to be a handoff to Lund. Lund working his way down, still on his feet. Oh, and then taken back, and that is going to be a stop at the initial exchange at the yard marker. A 4th down, gets right back to the original line of scrimmage, and decision time for the Elgin Owls. Probably something that they've not seen this year as things have gone their way to make a decision to whether kick a field goal or try for the first down themselves. Not risky here with a 4th down, but they've not been able to throw the ball. They've been trying to run the ball quite a bit.
Well, and you don't want to try to kick it here because you're going right into that north wind.
All right, so 4th down. Get a new play call, Laura. Back out instructions. He'll have 2 backs. Split left and right. Hand off to Lund, trying to get the corner, and this was whistled
that's a false start.
as a false start. Okay. Yeah. So their own false start, and they got us to jump once. They've jumped once, and the flags have been neutralized, and that's going to be some great breathing room. Now they've got some substitutions probably for a pass because you're not going to try to run out of this package. It's going to be a 4th down and about 9.
I thought you might be right here. They might be going to try to throw the football.
Just don't give them back the 5 yards either.
Yes.
Well, that's true. Lund has been contained so far, but he had that one little jet sweep motion outside the gate. Laura will be under center at this time or barking out instructions. Now he'll go back to the shotgun formation. Straight back to pass, looking downfield. Got a flag in the play. He's going to throw, and that's going to be caught at the 2-yard line, but we'll check out the flag. They don't know the flag came from the far side of the field. We'll check this one out. This was early.
I'm thinking it's a start.
It could be another full. Well, no, Laura's clapping, so I think as he heard the white cap of what the decision is, we'll find out. Illegal substitution. No, false start against Elgin. So there it is. They back them up 5 more, and that quiets the Elgin crowd. You can barely hear the Macarthur side on the east for the east representation cheering about that. But back-to-back false starts. And Laura, this is where emotions come in a game like this, Jay. You got a lot to prove. There's a lot on the line. It's a district showdown. But back-to-back 5-yard, we talk about penalties and turnovers in games like this. But now it is a 4th down. That was the first time they threw, wasn't it?
Yes.
Has it been runs primarily the whole time? This is a throwing down as well. 4th down and about 12, maybe 13. As you want to get the turnover here on downs. And no first down. Laura straight back to pass. In the pocket, flushed out, going to throw. He's got a man wide open. And there is his connection to number 4 is Michael Adesola. And they put 6 on the board for the Elgin Owls. On a 4th down, you had them backed up, back to back, and there it is, the first 6 on the board for Elgin and the PAT coming up.
Well, you're going to have to. You knew they were going to score eventually, so
right.
Get it out of the way now. Let's go. We got to get back out here and start going.
Oh, the ball was kind of misbobbled there by the handler, but gets it up and through and good. So it's a 7-0 start. Elgin on top. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
Well, I guess you have to answer points with points. The Elgin Owls find a way with Trace Laura connecting to Michael Adesola, the senior, who had the fingertip catch touchdown against the Highlanders last year at Cameron Stadium, but a 4th down and 13, and they were able to not only convert a first down but get a touchdown, and now your Wayne's drive-in kickoff. Hey, everyone, let's go to Wayne's, the Sheridan location, West Cache Road, Wayne's Drive-In. Ball going to be kicked end over end and is going to be fielded at about the 15, taken to the 20, and then upended right there at the 27-yard line. Special teams doing their job on the Elgin Owls, and a lot of excitement, a lot of emotion bouncing on their hands and their feet as they come off the sidelines excited and up 7-0 with 4:29 left to go here in quarter number 1. Well, Jay, you got to establish something else. Get out of our own territory, converts first downs. You had that Dominic Collins great would-be catch, but falls to the ground and it falls incomplete. I was hoping that he was down before the ball came down, but we're going to go quickly.
If they're running man-to-man, I would dang sure take a shot.
In motion, coming to the near side of the field. Lachlan, back to work, back to pass. Sits up, and he has got Bo DeLong. It's caught, and boy, beat someone deep all the way to the 30-yard line, and that silenced the Elgin crowd. A big, big pass play to Bo DeLong inside Elgin Owl territory.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought we had an opportunity there, and they're man-to-man.
That's twice. And that could be all night. If we can convert here with that, big play capability, and Lachlan connects to Bo DeLong in a big way right outside the 30-yard line, and the Highlanders are back in business trying to set this one up. Lachlan in the shotgun formation. Fake handoff, quarterback keep, and he will get spun down to about the 29-yard line, maybe a gain of 1. So they were going to try to fake the handoff to Hutchinson as Jeremy. And it's a 2nd down and 9 with 3:47 left to go. Trying to answer your points with points. Elgin up on their second possession. This is the third possession for the Highlanders. Lachlan and company back to work. Little pitch out. Get around the corner. Oh, and he is taken down. We got a flag on the play that comes out.
It's holding.
And that was going to be at the 30-yard line. And they tried to say, okay, well, not set the handoff, a little toss to Jeremy Hutchinson. Not really trying to see that. Trying to get him outside the edge. And we've got a holding against the Highlanders. So the Highlanders will back up 10 from the spot of the foul. And that's the wrong way to go. Now you'd say you want to get some of that back. March this one back to about the 39-yard line. We'll put it right outside the 39. Brings up a 2nd down and 19 with 3:31 left to go here in the first quarter. Lachlan will have 2 receivers near side and far side. Back to work. Back to pass. Looking downfield. It's Dominic Collins on the outstretched, and then he drops it again. Unfortunate. Dominic Collins, he was wide open. They want to give him the confidence booster, and that poor senior just dropped it at the 2-yard line. But keep going to that because the well is plenty, gentlemen. Dominic, we're not giving up on you, son. We know that you're capable of doing so much on both sides of the ball. Just tuck it in and get the catch. 3rd down and 19. If you want to play that way, let's play it. But let's convert. Lachlan, back to work, back to pass. Sits in the pocket, loads and throws. And this is going to be, this time a little bit too many people in the neighborhood trying to go to Josh Rushing. And that's going to bring up a 4th down now. 4th down and 19. They converted a touchdown with a 4th and 13. Let's see if we can pay it back. I'd go back to Dominic Collins again. I think
we're going to punt.
Okay, I guess you're right. Braden Brown is set to punt. I think that's a good decision. Too many yards to make up for a 1st down, and Braden Brown will stand back at the 50-yard line. Man, this game has got so much into it already, and we're just still in the first quarter. Braden Brown for the motion for the punt. High snap. Gets this one away. What a way to Braden Brown gets that. That's going to go in the end zone for a touchback, and we'll go to the 20-yard line. So, you know, I don't like to have games with a woulda, coulda, shouldas, but, you know, this is like Midwest City in those drop ones. We had 2 of them right before the half. There was an overthrow on one and then a drop on the second one, but there's that reminiscence of not connecting. And I don't think we're going to go away from it, but, you know, when we do, it will be dangerous because it's there.
Oh, yeah. when they go man to man, and they were in zone in that last one, and still got him open. So
yeah. So here we go with a 1st and 10 for the third possession now for the Elgin Owls. First one they were stopped. Second one they end up getting a score when the Highlanders decide to go for it. A 4th and 1 right outside their 40-yard line. Trace Laura with a motion. And it's going to be a jet sweep motion going to the far side of the field and makes one-man miss to the 30, 35, 40, off to the races to the 50, and then, and that's going to be a late flag as a takedown, suplex from Brody Morrison, the carrier that gets on the far side of the field. That's unfortunate because that's going to be another 15 tacked up on it, and that's what we talked about. Emotions run high, but he went out of bounds. You got to let him go.
Yeah.
And the First Baptist East instant replay.
Chris was almost in on the action right there.
Yeah.
I got a little bit, didn't I?
Well, it keeps you on your toes.
He was moving.
Well, they're moving a lot faster than we are when you're at a standstill. Believe me, they're coming. So everything's kind of going Elgin way outside of 2 false start penalties back-to-back for Elgin. But after the run, he gets pushed out of bounds, and now they set up shop right outside the 32-yard line.
Well, Jay, it's like you said earlier, we got to set the edge over here.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't matter reverse or not. You set the edge. That's your job. You got to do it.
All right, so the trips here on the near side, Trace Laura and company with all the confidence and a 7-0 lead with 2:56 left to go here in quarter one. Back in the shotgun formation, boy, the crowd really quiets down when they got the ball, huh? That's how it works.
They know how this game is played.
They know how it works. You give your offense all the silence until there's something to cheer about. And it's going to be kind of a higher snap. Going to be a run down as Lund finds a hole, keeps pushing the pile, and then gets down to about the 20-yard line. And that's why you see that man has got he's got the high school record for the most rushing yards in a career. Had that a couple of weeks ago. Matthew Lund, the senior, is going to check out, get a little bit of a breather. And Elgin set up quite nicely for a second opportunity right outside the Macarthur red zone. We got to get a stop here, gentlemen.
Yeah, that's just a simple zone play. They're just
They're just taking it to us right now.
Trace Laura back in the shotgun formation. Motion going the far side. That should be a holding call. And then there's going to be a tackle right down about the 26-yard line, or the 16-yard line, rather.
Well, that's better. At least we were trying to set the edge there and make sure they cut back. And when you cut back, then you got help on the inside.
So it brings up a 2nd down and 8 with 1:55 remaining here in the first quarter. Knocking at the door is the Elgin Owls. Macarthur had their opportunities in the first of the get-go. Now find themselves on another defensive stance, trying to get a stop. Got a man in motion. Laura going to be a handoff. Tries to go lower, and there is not much there except for past the line of scrimmage by maybe a yard. Gets down to about the 15-yard line to bring up a 3rd down and 6.
Well, they're in 2-down territory here, so.
Right. Elgin Owls won the coin toss, elected to defer, kicked off the Highlanders. They went 3 and out. They made Elgin go 3 and out. Highlanders in their second possession came up empty, 4th and 1 on their 40, and Elgin had short field to work with. Laura, little swing pass out the gate here, the near side of the field. Got one man to miss, then takes the tackle on at the 5, then pushes the pile down to about the 4-yard line. That will be a 1st and goal for the Elgin Owls. And watch that again. See, you had that, but you were trying to tackle high, and you didn't go low. And now you're going to bring the Lund factor in because, they kind of rotate backs pretty good because Ritzenmeyer comes in and he spells the relief for Lund. And now Lund will come back in. He'll be behind Trace Laura. 2 receivers top side of your screen. Handoff to Lund. Hits the hole, and he'll just march right in for the score. So just like that, the Elgin Owls make it 13 and the point after attempt coming up. And the Highlanders got their backs against the wall right now to try to answer points with points. They had their opportunities, but a couple of drop balls was the big case.
Well, we had every opportunity to score twice.
Right.
He just couldn't get it done.
Well, that's why I say I hate it would be a game of the woulda, coulda, shouldas, and they're executing. They're doing what they need to. We kind of try to come in for the block. Ball skirts through, makes it a 14-0 advantage. Elgin with 18 seconds left to go in quarter one. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you ready for a debit card? Well, this card is more than you may realize. It's a reward-earning, style-affirming, money-managing, do-it-all debit card, like a key to the world. It's the Pay Me debit card from Communication Federal. Our Pay Me account pays you real cash that adds up fast, earning rewards when you use your card. So get a free Pay Me debit card today. It's secure shopping and payment power online or in stores. Sounds like you're ready. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Well, Elgin has set the tone to make it a 14-0 lead, scoring on 2 of their 3 possessions. And the Macarthur Highlanders, who had their opportunities, and a couple of unfortunately dropped passes deep, which silenced the crowd and a couple of them, but they still have not answered. 14 unanswered points as the Elgin Owls, ranked number 4 in the state, will be kicking off at the 40-yard line in your Wayne's Drive-In kickoff. Burgers to baskets, pizza, salad, steak fingers, and more. Best sweet tea and cherry limeades. Hey, everyone, let's go to Wayne's. So the ball teed up at the 40-yard line, and this is going to be kicked end over end, and it's going to be fielded at the 18. Taken to the 20. Dominic Collins to the 30, 35, and then mushed. A little bit of superior strength gets up to about the 38-yard line as the Highlanders will set up shop with hopefully an answering touchdown drive. Kind of calm the nerves down. We got 11 seconds. This will probably be the last play of the first quarter. Coach has called the entire team over to a huddle, and then they'll come in with their first play. Lachlan?
Just need to settle down a little bit here. Go back to doing what you do.
Lachlan will have Marquise Harris in the backfield, and it's a fake handoff, quarterback keeper, and he will get, a good 8-yard run. Gets up. No, they're going to mark him right at the sticks.
Well,
past the sticks. So he flew forward for a first down at midfield at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10, move the chains.
He was scooting, Chris.
Well, no, we're going to whistle this. One marking at the 49. The other one says, no, we're going to mark it here at the 50. They've already moved the chains, and now that's going to be the end of the first quarter, so they can sort that out. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
.4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
All right, back to Elgin Owls Stadium. After 1 quarter of play, it's 14-0 Elgin. Your second quarter brought to you by the Lawton Firefighters Association, proudly supporting the community they serve every day. Lawton Firefighters Association. So now the Highlanders, after a great little run and spin from the quarterback, Lachlan gets the first down, and they're at midfield. Lachlan will get Marquise Harris over to his right. Fake handoff, sits back in the pocket. Oh, and that's almost picked. And I'll tell you what, he was upset, almost cold-cocked our receiver, as that was Peyton Christensen. The senior had a pick right there at the 45-yard line. Throw to a spot. You saw that in the First Baptist East instant replay. Good break for the Highlanders as it comes down incomplete, 2nd and 10. Bo DeLong will be on the far side. We'll have trips now on the far side, along with Trey Williams. Lachlan, back to work, back to pass, comes out of the pocket at the 50. Off to the races, to the 45, makes a man miss. A shoestring tackle makes him go out of bounds, but they're going to mark him right at the 40-yard line. Yeah. That's going to be close to a first down.
I think it is a first down.
Yes, they're going to move the chains once they set the ball in place.
Well, that's a good spot.
They're going to say, really first and 10.
That was a really good spot.
Decent spot for the Highlanders. And Lachlan able to continue the drive inside Elgin hour territory. Lachlan back to work. Fake handoff to Marquise Harris, and now he's taken back down at the 40-yard line. Spin move gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. Well, you go to the well one too many times, you say, okay, well, the quarterback run. This is where you then hand off, like the RPO, and then burn him that way.
Well, the play before, I think, was really a pass, but he just ran because there was nothing there.
I'm ready to see Booth get the ball a little bit, see what he can do.
Lachlan back to work, back to pass, flushed out of the pocket. Has to run on the far side of the field, is going to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. And that's going to bring up a third down. Kind of running outside that, so before they're kind of finding different. Before he had a lot of time to pass with those deep ones. Now they're sending up pressure, so the cat and mouse between offensive and defensive coordinators continue here at Elgin Owl Stadium. Third down and 10 with 10:52 just underway in the second quarter. Lachlan back to work, back to pass on the blitz, the jailbreak blitz. It's picked off by the big man, rumbling, stumbling to the 30, down to the 20, and then a great saving tackle. You talk about opportunity. You don't want to give up opportunities like that, but Jeremy Hutchinson saves 6 points. Elgin Owls in business as the pick was going to be a pick six. Rumbling, stumbling, down to, and Hutchinson did not give up, down to about the 13-yard line, and that's where they'll set up. And you don't like turnovers in games like this, but you did one, and now Elgin has a short field to work with to set up shop. Very emotionally charged game as this is. Trace Laura and company comes out with all the confidence and a 14-0 lead, trying to capitalize on that to go up 21. All unanswered points. Highlanders have not responded yet. Trace Laura gets a quiet crowd. Looking to throw. Outlet pass. He'll just waltz right in with the block. Touchdown, Elgin. So the Owls add insult to injury all day. Wide open. Crosses the goal line. He'll score to make it 20, and the PAT coming up. Well, we'll kind of see what kind of fight the Macarthur Highlanders have, being down 20, possibly 21. I understood the 7, but then the 14, and now PAT up, through, and no good. So he misses the PAT to make it 20 to 20-0 with 10:35 left to go in the second quarter. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Barres Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Barres, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Barres Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
All right, welcome back to Elgin Owl Stadium. It's been all Owls, but the only miscue outside of a couple of false starts was a missed PAT with the wind at his back to make it a miss, to make it 20-0. And the Highlanders still trying to answer their first points tonight. And your Wayne's drive-in kickoff, from burger baskets to pizza, salad, steak fingers, the best sweet tea and cherry limeades in town. Hey, everyone, let's go to Wayne's before and after the game. Sheridan Road and West Cache Road, Wayne's. So the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Ritzmeyer ready to kick this one off. Got a late Elgin Owl to come on as Brody Morrison. Do they onside kick it here? Well, it's just add to it. I know they're not, but I'm just saying that kind of chip shot that back to Bo DeLong. Will catch it at the 11. Take it to the 15. Gets a block right there, and then upended at about the 22-yard line, where the Highlanders will start 1st and 10 right there.
Yeah, if you're Bo DeLong, you're thinking, hey, I see 7 guys, 8 guys standing here looking at me.
Yeah.
You ought to be blocking somebody. We got to block.
All right, so get ready for the noise.
And, we've kind of gone away from trying to run the football with our running backs.
Right.
We're trying to run it just with the quarterback. I think we got to get back to trying to run the football a little bit and see what we can do.
Yeah. Well, especially if they're going to key on him. And, you have 2 between Marquise Harris and I don't know what we got here. So the Elgin Owls are pinning their ears back. They say, hey, I think they have all the confidence in the world, up 20-0. Highlanders looking for their first score tonight. But they've got some work to do. 80 yards to pay dirt. Lachlan, get Bo DeLong in motion, going to the far side of the field. Lachlan going to roll out. A lot of pressure this time, going to throw, and that's just under duress. So they're pinning their ears back, and they're coming.
Well, they're dropping way back into zone, and they're just daring you to throw the football there.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to run the football some to take some of the heat off.
So it brings up a 2nd down and 10. And you don't want to give the ball back to Elgin, who's been hot and furious right now. Lachlan back in the shotgun formation. There you go, the handoff, and then has to go forward to the 22-yard line.
That was
going to Hutchinson, yeah. Hutchinson just gains a couple. And a throwing opportunity at a 3rd down and 9. And the house is coming. So Lachlan, stand back in the shotgun formation. Back to work, back to pass. Stands up, flushed out of the pocket, looking downfield to run and throw. He is going to throw into 4 coverage area. That is quadruple coverage. They knew where it was going. Intercepted there at the 50-yard line.
He was trying to make a play there and just, probably about as good as a punt, so especially into that north wind.
Yeah. So 9:47. All Elgin Owls in this first half. And the Highlanders, they can come up with any kind of break. They've not received it yet. And Elgin will have a half a field to work with their dangerous weapons with 9:47 left to go before the half. Highlanders still scoreless. 20 unanswered points. Trace Laura back in the shotgun. They'll go empty and straight back to work. Back to pass. Looking downfield. Going to throw, and this is going to be Adesola. It's caught, and then Dominic Collins with a wrestling match at the 5, and then takes him down there. So going deep to the man that beat us at Cameron Stadium, the senior Adesola. Michael Adesola connects from the pass by Trace Laura. And now setting up shop for the Elgin Owls, making it look easy right outside the 7-yard line. Now they're like toying with you. You say, we're going to throw, we're going to empty, we're going to just throw against you. Dominic Collins came back for a wonderful come-from-behind tackle, but that was it. Got a little miscommunication of a defensive player comes on late. Trace Laura back in the shotgun formation. It's going to be a handoff to Lund, and he just like easy, like knife through butter. And this is ugly. As ugly as it was for the Midwest City game, is showing how ugly can get.
Well, they can turn on you really fast once they start pouring it on.
Well, and they did, and you can see the confidence level that they've got.
You just you got to take it one series at a time.
Right. You at this point you have to, because otherwise it'll be insurmountable. You had to kind of wait and delay on the kick. It comes up, and this one goes through to make it 27. 27-0. Elgin on top. Yeah, it's ugly, folks, here for your Macarthur Highlanders. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Becker-Raybon Funeral Home has been serving the funeral needs of Southwest Oklahoma since 1940 and is owned by the Raybon family. We believe family ownership makes a great difference in the care and service your family receives. Their staff is eager to find ways to assist you. Whether it's with live streaming or benefit assistance, we can help. When it comes to measuring personal levels of service, there are other funeral homes. And then there is ours, Becker Raybon Funeral Home, 1502 Fort Sill Boulevard.
Well, welcome back to Elgin Owls Stadium. It's a 27-0 Elgin lead as the Highlanders find themselves back against the wall. But there's plenty of time, but it starts with a drive that you can put together and capitalize with points. That's the first thing you got to look at. You can't look at the scoreboard as this Wayne's drive-in kickoff going to be end over end at the 40, back pedals at about the 7, taken to the 10, and then one miss at the 15, and then gets upended at about the 17-yard line. A lot of bodies flying around there. You can see that on the instant replay. Your First Baptist East instant replay. Well, inviting you to worship. See, got away from that one little arm tackle, which kind of helped him get some extra yards, but that was about it. As Mackenzie Phillip was able to get the return. Highlanders will get a new play call as a complete team as they'll break the huddle and come to the line.
I'll tell you what, I mean, the refs are letting them play. You can get away with some holds right here. I'd hold the crap out of them and run the football.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to have to start, settling down with, you're not going to play catch-up all at one moment. You're going to have to do this chunk by chunk, yard by yard, and there's a little sweep toss going to the far side of the field, but that's defended very nicely. Couldn't get the corner at the speed and gets matched right at the sticks, so makes it second down. I would say, how does the holes in between the tackles look right now?
Well, everything seems to be bottled up pretty tight there.
I think we get some angles and run on them in there. I do
too.
Going to throw, and then he has to throw this one away, and he is taken down as Lachlan gets hit. And it brings up a third down. And, you're in a hole. You got to dig yourself out of it. They can smell blood in the water, and they are coming. They are coming.
Well, there's a definite difference in this team speed from this year to last year. They're a lot faster right now on both sides of the ball.
Right. I agree.
Back in the shotgun formation. Handoff. Fake handoff. Quarterback keeper. I thought the handoff would have been better, but they didn't fall for that. Quarterback keep gets a fourth down in a punting situation. Well, now you can you hope for some kind of a turnover, some kind of something to kind of hang your hat on of excitement, because it has been all Elgin Owls, and they not going to stop with 8:07 left to go here in the second quarter. Braden Brown will stand back at his own 9-yard line. He'll wait for the snap. And he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch. It's been an Elgin player. There's a mad dash for it. Man, it goes back to the 50 and the 47-yard line. That could have been Macarthur ball. You watch this on the instant replay. The man ran into his other man for the fair catch. It hits an Elgin player, but just when you dove for it, the ball skirted out. That's what I'm talking about, not getting the breaks. Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Oh, my goodness gracious. You had the opportunity.
Had the chance right there to really make a turn, maybe get out to midfield with a football. And we've been playing backed up for this, seems like this whole first half.
Well, and you're also going to wear down your defense too. Your offense is not getting drives to get your defense a rest. And they're going to get almost a half a field to work with. Michael Adesola will come into a tighter formation with the run block. Coming around the corner, waits,
set the edge.
They got a flag on the play and gets up the 50-yard line.
It's going to be a holding, I guarantee you.
Got a holding against Elgin. And that will back him up 10.
It's about time.
Well, it silenced the Elgin crowd, who's been really wild and in it emotionally since the get-go, with 7:33 left to go here in the second quarter. Can the Highlanders get a break? Can they find something that they can hang their hat on? A turnover would be a great start. Trace Laura in the shotgun formation. Oh, decided that we were going to come early. Oh, did we cross? Booth was there, but encroachment? Wow. I mean, he came, but he didn't cross.
I think it's over here on.
Maybe on the other side.
Oh, okay. Oh, because the flag was thrown on that other side. Xavier thought it was on him. It's not. It's probably on the other side. So hard count gives him a little bit of 5 extra yards from the 10 on the holding call to bring up a 1st and 13 with 7:19 left to go here in the second quarter. Trace Laura barking out instructions, gets a new play call. Back in the shotgun formation. Bobbles that. It's on the ground. It's a mad dash for it. And
MacArthur got it.
MacArthur say that they do?
Yes, they do. I guarantee they do.
It is. Okay, they're going to say it's going to go the other way. So, yes, the Highlanders capitalized. We said on a turnover, it was a bobble snap between Laura and the running back. It hits the turf. Now let's see if the Highlanders can at least capitalize and get points out of it to try to stop the bleeding with 7:02 here in the second quarter. What can you do offensively? Because this defense has really kind of matched MacArthur's offense. But they're inside Elgin Owl territory, right outside the 44-yard line after the fumble exchange. Lachlan will have 2 receivers here on the near side, 2 up top of your screen. Got a man in motion going to the far side of the field. And a flag comes out. False start. Now, why would that be a false start? Oh, they're going to say it was on a lineman?
Number 67.
Oh, 67. Okay. All right.
That's McCoy, but
I think he had an arm out there, and I don't know. It's just, well, you got to put it in your back pocket and go on. Let's go. First down and 15 now. Lachlan right outside midfield at the Elgin 49-yard line. Lachlan will get a new instructions to his offensive line. Getting noisy here in the Elgin Owl nest. Straight back to pass. Out of the pocket. It's going to a high catch. It's caught at the 40. Now the 35-yard line. Skates at the 30 and then out to upended about the 29-yard line. 1st and 10. Move the chains. About time. Connection over to Trey Williams.
well, what a way to go up and get that football. I mean, he goes up the ladder and picks it up.
So Lachlan goes to work right outside the Elgin Owl 30. Here, it's off of the turf. He has to make a mad dash for it, and he is pasted back at the 35-yard line. So the low snap gets Lachlan off guard and then loses some yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 15. Clock continues to roll with 6.5, almost halfway through this second quarter. Let's see if the Highlanders can get some kind of points in this drive. Lachlan back to work, back to pass. Little screen pass to Josh Rushing, and he is stopped upended, maybe at the original line of scrimmage. Brings up a 3rd down and 15. Now it is at 6 minutes, halfway through this second quarter. Highlanders trying to get their first points of the ball game with 5:54 left to go here in the second quarter. Lachlan back to work.
I'm going deep.
Looking for it. Opportunity. Little pushing and shoving with Josh Rushing. That is a pass interference, you betcha.
But they may be on us too.
No, he was holding him back and pushing his jersey.
You better just watch right here. We got a handful of jersey too.
Well,
I don't know who it's going to go on, but I guarantee they're both fighting for it.
Oh, well, Josh Rushing is clapping. Their 2 are down there discussing this, and the white cap will come down.
Eagle Eye Chris says he knows what happened, didn't he?
What did you say, Chris?
I mean, it's definitely a defensive pass interference right there, but
yeah,
I'm obviously biased, but
well, I understand. The white cap will get after that discussion. Pass interference of the defense, and the Elgin Owl fans are not happy with that call. Oh, and in fact, Coach wants an explanation of it about the pushing and shoving, and he's going to give his argument to that lines judge. And he's given a little bit of animation, but they're going to walk away from it. I don't think you're going to change it. Chalmer Wyatt not happy with that call. Neither is the Elgin Owl faithful. But guess what? In a red zone opportunity for the first time tonight for the Highlanders, as your Tracy Green red zone opportunity as Lachlan and company will try to go to work right here. Trying to dump it in for their first score of the night. Lachlan gets, I'll tell you that's a fistful of hand, and he'll get pushed.
Hey.
That's getting a little chippy there.
That's a little bit close to the sideline.
A little late hit there, but no call. Very physical, very emotional, as he will get down to about the 25-yard line. So it brings up third down. Fourth and long. Fourth down and 6. So fourth down and 6, Lachlan needs to try to convert here. Hard count, back to work. Shoulder shrugs, then throws. Got a man open, it's Josh Rushing, but then it closes down fast, the makeup speed, and that's going to be incomplete. Turnover on downs. That if that connection was there, that was another 6.
Yep.
It's just I hate the woulda, coulda, shouldas. I don't like games like that. You just need to perform and connect. So the Highlanders come up empty on their first scoring opportunity right outside the 20-yard line.
Elgin's very talented. They've got a lot of speed. They're big. They're playing their game.
Yeah. Well, and we kind of matched with that, is just starting to play, trying to match down with that. And with 5:36 and a comfortable 27-0 lead, back to work is the Elgin Owls. Got a man in motion coming to the near side of the field, back in the shotgun formation. It's going to be a handoff to Lund.
Outside,
let a loaf bread. Yep,
there
get that right at the 25-yard line. And so he stopped there.
Once you set that edge, then everybody else can get to the ball.
Brings up a second down and 11.
I used to coach with a guy named Maynard Cross, and I'm going to tell you something. That's all he told me 100,000 times. He's a defensive guy.
Yeah.
Set the edge.
Yeah.
I just know I could hear it 100,000 times.
All right, so Trace Laura got a man in motion in the shotgun formation. It's going to be a reverse coming counter, and is taking Dak up to about the 29-yard line.
There's a flag down.
That will stop the clock at 4:45 here in the second quarter. Just keep fighting, keep playing, boys. Just false start against Elgin. So that's really been their only thing that's shot themselves in the foot, is a couple of those. They had them back-to-back. What's interesting is they had back-to-back false starts. It was 4th and 13, and they got a score out of it. This is a second down and 16 with 4:45. Adesolo will be one of the lone receivers on your bottom of the screen. He'll be in that tail stack of receivers. One lone back, Laura in the shotgun formation. It's going to be a handoff to Lund, trying to hit the corner. Off to the races, the 30, 35, 40, 45, makes a man. And then comes back down, still on his feet at the 30. Chased down to the 20, down to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, no flags. Elgin Owls with another score. Lund has got the speed. Look at the Jets. And watch right here. We over-pursued, and then we tripped on the turf. We lost our balance. He cuts back inside, and he skates across for another 6 to make it 33, and the PAT coming up.
He's talented.
Yeah.
Golly.
That's a really good run right there.
Yeah.
And
well, and he set the career rushing record for the Elgin Owls. Did it a couple of weeks ago. Congratulations to the young man. But, when he gets off in space like that,
he's hard to bring down.
I think he might set another one tonight.
He might.
Yeah. No, that's holding against the Highlanders. Touchdown is good. And the PAT coming up. Wow. I mean, that's all you can say if you're a Macarthur Highlander fan after what we saw last week coming back after the Midwest City game to El Reno. Ball down, kick up, kick on its way, and this kick is good. So it brings it to a 34-0 Elgin Owl lead with 4:15 left to go in the second. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Step into the best chapter of your life, one with rheumatology care from a provider who focuses on your well-being and getting you back to what matters most. Dr. Shahzad is dedicated to building long-lasting relationships based on trust and medical integrity with every single patient. Schedule your telemedicine appointment today. Don't let rheumatoid arthritis or other inflammatory conditions stop you from enjoying life. MMG, the power of many for the benefit of one.
Well, welcome back to what they call the Nest. Nesting quite nicely if you're the Elgin Owls. 34-0, all Elgin. Highlanders had their opportunities when it was a 7-0 score. And then since then, Elgin has really just poured it on. And that great run by Lund, as you could see, and his speed, his athleticism, and the senior crosses for another 6. And your Wayne's Drive-In Kickoff. From the best sweet teas and cherry limeades in town with 2 locations to serve you. Let's go to Wayne's. So I guess this was against the Highlanders, that they're going to assess it on the kickoff. So they'll be kicking off at the 50-yard line for the defensive holding that they will take after the touchdown was good. And now, hopefully, just touch this back into the end zone. And it's going to be fielded right there. They're going to say a touchback. Half of the foot was on the one. The other one was in the end zone. Luckily for Dominic Collins. And we'll set up shop 1st and 10 right outside the 20-yard line for the Macarthur Highlanders with 4:14 left to go here before the half. Just for pride and for everything else, you just want to get a nice sustained drive, and just try to work your way with a 4-minute drive with hopefully capitalizing with a touchdown. The Elgin Owls on their feet. Very quiet Macarthur Highlander stands on the opposite side. Right outside the 20-yard line. And Lachlan will come back in. Inside the 15-yard line. Got a man in motion. It's going to be a handoff, and they are swarmed nicely. Gets right back to the original line of scrimmage, right outside the 20. And I know Marquise Harris came in for a time or two. He's a different style runner. As when you go over to Jeremy Hutchinson, Lachlan has to throw this one up, and that's just going to be a pick. And with Josh Rushing tried to get the interception. And Adesola will take it to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. He'll try to get across, and he will at the last. Stretch out the frame to score. Or they say at the 1. No, what did they say? That's a touchdown, right?
They're saying touchdown.
Yeah. So, so Michael Adesola finds the end zone twice, once on offense, once on defense. Gets the pick, a half a field to work with. And what they saw was wide open in the first quarter has not been there now. They've made that adjustment quite nicely, and it's 40-0. This is an old-fashioned taken to the woodshed game. And the PAT coming up. Ball down. Kick is kind of sputtered through to make it 41-0. Am I seeing what I'm seeing? Don't adjust your TV screen. That's exactly what you're seeing. Elgin Owls all on top with 3:30 left to go before the half. We'll take a timeout. Be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton's newest hangout, 5370 Northwest Cache Road.
A family-friendly atmosphere featuring their award-winning pizza and calzone, made fresh daily from their secret family recipe. With handcrafted burgers, wings, appetizers, salad, and homemade desserts, including deep-fried banana pudding. Come hang out with us. The Hangout, 5370 Northwest Cache Road in Lawton.
All right, back to Elgin Owl Stadium. It's been all Owls. It's 41-0. And the last, hard thing was an interception, pick 6. And, they're going to kick this one off for your Wayne's drive-in kickoff. Sweet teas, cherry limeades, let's go to Wayne's. 2 locations to serve you. Ball teed up at the 40-yard line with 3.5 to go.
Let's try to get a knockout block or something here. Let's do something.
Yeah. Well, something that shows that you want to still play. At the 15, now chase down, the ball comes out, and it is picked up by an Elgin Owl. Crosses, scores from bad to worse. It's all Elgin Owls. They are just connecting on all cylinders, and you're just not playing smart fundamental football to make it 47. Your First Baptist East instant replay shows disaster.
It just can't get any worse than that.
Well,
I guess it can.
I guess it can, and it is.
I've played in a game like this before, and it's just miserable.
Oh,
Nothing goes your way. The ball seems to bounce the other way every time.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at that potential fumble. That it's like 2 guys of theirs run into each other, and then we go to jump on it, and the ball skirts out again.
Yeah,
Just that kind of stuff. So backed up. PAT up and good to make it 48. 48-0. 3:20 left to go here in the second. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Okay, back here to Elgin Owl Stadium, back here at the Nest. With 3:20 left to go. Ball teed up at the, so this must have been a penalty against the Elgin Owls. Must have been celebration because it's backed up to about the 25-yard line. So the Macarthur Highlanders will get decent field position if they can get this one to convert. Ball teed up at the 25-yard line. It's going to be kicked end over end. It is going to be behind about the 23-yard line, picking up the 25 to the 30, and then is hit back there defensively at the 32-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 with 3:15 left to go before the half. You can't get into halftime quick enough for this game. Little toss sweep, boy, that almost came out of his hands, but able to get A block on the corner gets about 3 extra yards, getting up to about the – well, and the thing is, now that they think you're desperate, and anytime you're going to sit back and throw, they're going to pin their ears back. So I think right here is probably the proper way is just grind out some yards and, kind of chew up the clock and kind of do what you can that way. Lachlan in the shotgun formation. Little toss sweep motion coming to this side. Gets around the corner is Harris. Harris is going to run out of room. Gets up to only back up to the 30, 39, 38-yard line. It's going to bring up a third down in about 5. Third down in about 6, I guess. 2:38 remain before the half. It has been all Elgin Owls, especially with some turnovers. Back of the shotgun formation. Outlet pass. Oh, wow. Just like Bo DeLong. Bo kind of ducked. Like, is that going to go out to the outlet or going to him? See, like, right there in a fourth down in a punting situation. Newcastle led Tuttle. We got some scores here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Want to pass down to you, and that game is at the half. As Newcastle leads 13-7 at the half on the Oklahoma Sports Network. You can catch that live as well. Braden Brown stands back at his 29-yard line. They come, and they block that. Is that clean? It is. No flag, and a block against Braden Brown. Elgin Owls bring the house to get the block and right outside the 25-yard line.
Wow. If anything could go wrong, it is going.
Yeah, well, and you had a pick six. You had a fumble exchange. Everything's working Elgin's way. Fourth team in the state wants to make a statement. Carl Albert, number 1 in the state, is off this week after a impressive win against Guthrie last week. Went down to the wire. Carl Albert had to come from behind to beat Guthrie. Del City playing Coweta tonight. We'll give you an updated score on that. Trace Laura. Get a man in motion. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle, and Lund will got a flag on the play. Right back at the 25-yard line, that's going to be a holding.
We'll also have the softball teams. They'll have their Al Towel going. You can go down a half, get you some Al Towel, get ready to come back and go in the same half.
Thanks for all your great comments, right?
Yeah.
Jay, you're just really quiet. I mean, we've sat through, where we've had to be on the other side of this and doing this, and, you kind of feel for the team. But, when it's on your side, you're having to take it like that, it's like,
It's a hard pill to swallow.
Oh, it sure is. So Lauren Company back to work in the pistol formation. Empty. He's got a man in motion. Going to be a handoff. Lowers his shoulder down to about the 33-yard line. Now you're just hoping that you can get a little bit of the clock to erase the time to get into halftime just so you can stop all of this. 48-0. I'd have to go back and check. I don't really want to check in the record books the last time the Highlanders have been down that much at half. Split backs. Motion to the right side, and we'll get a flag on the play as Lund comes to the near side of the field.
I think that's a false start.
Yeah.
He looks like he's moving towards the line anyway.
So, we do say that there was a decent crowd from Macarthur coming tonight, filling up the away stands, even the Highlander Regiment, the marching band. We're going to have the Elgin Owl marching band here at the half. Trips up on the top of your screen. Laura, handoff to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, and then he'll get pushed out of bounds. And, I think this is what's sad with this kind of swarming defense. You see a lot of give up right now. They are defeated, and they're playing like it. But, guys, you've got 24 minutes to play yet.
They've been on the field the whole first half.
Well, I understand that. I understand that, too. They're tired. They're exhausted.
And our offense has just gone 3 and out, 3 and out, 1 and out, 2 and out, 3 and out. Good job. That's a good defense. Good tackle.
So see a little defense there on the First Baptist East instant replay. Straight back to pass. Outlet pass, and he'll waltz in for an easy score. Touchdown, making it look easy for another 6 on the board. With a PAT coming up, and the nightmare of just watching this and defeated and dejected. And the PAT coming up. 54-0. When's the last time?
Well, I don't know.
54-0. I don't know a time that, especially not in the game after a certain point. Ball up, kicking good. 55-0. 46 seconds left to go before we get to half. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Hail damage on your vehicle? Look no further than Cars Hail Repair Specialists. They're locally owned and operated with certified PDR technicians and offer a lifetime warranty with 0 out-of-pocket guarantee. They work directly with your insurance and they give a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Make sure you ask them about the $200 referral program. Cars Hail Repair Specialists. Give them a call today, 580-360-5050.
All right, back here at Elgin Stadium with 46 seconds left to go before the half. Down 55-0. You'll join us for the halftime of the band performance as well. So the ball kicked end over end. It is going to be missed and inside the end zone for a touchback with 43 seconds left to go. Something here. This is usually something you see.
This is the longest part of a half I've ever.
Well,
the last 4 minutes of this half have been like.
Well,
seems like 30 points worth. Never seen anything like it.
Well, at 55 is a score that you usually see at the end of a game. Certainly not in our first half. Pitch out to the far side of the field, and it's going to be taken about the 21-yard line. I'd just use as much clock as you can. Down to 17 seconds. I don't think they'll have to run another play.
I wouldn't if I didn't have to.
No, and we'll go into the half. The Macarthur Highlanders trailing the Elgin Owls 55-0. And we'll take a timeout. Be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
It's real red wine. wine, vinegar, and olive oil blend. It's called the juice. And at Jersey Mike's, it adds that jazz to your sub. Add a flavor zing with the juice. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Here at Classic Lawton Chevrolet, we love our community and we want to show our appreciation.
We offer savings for military, first responders, college students, and educators, giving back to those who give everything they've got.
What's in your driveway? You don't have to come onto the lot, we'll bring it to you.
Get a 360-degree view and video summary of every vehicle, top dollar for your trade, and even get pre-approved. ClassicChevyNation.com.
What's in your driveway?
Enjoy the difference.
All right, back here at Elgin Owl Stadium, senior night for the seniors. It's been all seniors Elgin's way, 55-0, as we have, I guess, some more seniors that are being acknowledged. We're going to have our band being performed here by the Elgin Owl Band here shortly. But, I really don't know what you tell your team here at the half. I mean, I think what you do is you kind of take it. You take it in the second half by basically saying, it's a quarter. You got to throw that. I don't know how you throw it out of your mind, when everything didn't go your way. But you got to establish something, because you know what, your season's not over. You got next week that you got to play Noble. You got to play the Bears, and that will be week number 10. And then you go rolling into a playoff opportunity. We kind of talked about playoff scenarios as far as the ranking. Elgin is in first place. They're undefeated. They will play Midwest City for the district championship next week, and that will be up at Midwest City. And then we have this opportunity here for the Macarthur Highlanders that are, we're one ahead with El Reno, but if we fall head-to-head with them, then we would finish third. They would finish fourth. So it kind of goes from there as far as the pecking order is concerned. But nonetheless, we're going to take a timeout, and as our Subway halftime with our band performance will be coming up next right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Coast Technology Group specializes in audio, video, and lighting for schools, house of worship, home, and business. Work with our team's engineers to design the right system for your conference rooms, video telecommunications, stadiums, auditoriums, video walls, home theater, and automation. Whether your next project is large or small, let our team with over 150 years of combined experience help design the right system with simple, reliable technology.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Current weather predictions say heaters will be pushed to their limits this year. Have Miller Noble do a preseason heater checkup to make sure you don't get caught in the cold this winter. We'll stop by, inspect your furnace filters, thermostat, and efficiency, and ensure that it will be ready for the cold. Even if you aren't, don't get caught in the cold without a heater this year. Visit MillerNoble.com to schedule your service today.
Your comfort comes first. Miller Noble Heating and Air.
College is about more than just a degree.
It's a journey that will shape your future and change your life. That's why MSU Texas provides a place to find your passion,
To connect with others.
and discover who you truly are.
We're dedicated to providing a well-rounded education that prepares you for a variety of careers.
You'll have everything you need to pursue your dreams at MSU Texas.
Start your journey. For more information, visit msutexas.edu.
Are you ready to find your dream home?
Let's find it together.
We can help you find that perfect home and walk you through the buying process.
Or maybe you just want to sell your home. We can help with that too.
Hi, I'm Pam.
And I'm Barry. We've been helping buyers and sellers for 21 years.
Together, we could help you sell your home.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Scooters Coffee, world-class coffee rooted in quality, with 2 locations to serve you in Lawton and Elgin. Wake up to the amazing aroma of quality, from their hot and iced drinks to blenders, smoothies, teas, to even their great food delights. Or why not try their at-home coffees or coffee on the go? Locally owned and operated, Scooters in Lawton and Elgin. Scooters, rooted in quality.
All right, back here at Elgin Owls Stadium, 55-0 is the Elgin Owls lead, and it's your halftime. Well, hopefully we'll have the band here. I know they got a little bit of a senior acknowledgement going on right now, but the halftime sponsor by Subway, East 45th Street. Can't beat the Subway Series menu with fresh baked bread daily. Eat fresh. Your Mac headquarters, Southeast 45th Street in Lawton. Your Subway at East 45th Street. They're still going at this. I guess they're acknowledging the senior band performancing right now, so we'll have that as an opportunity. And we're going to come back with some scores. Hey, don't forget, we got some great games on the network. Del City plays Coweta, and we also have on the network, we have a great one between Newcastle and Tuttle. Newcastle led at the half 13-7. We'll have to kind of keep an eye on that one as well. That's a big district showdown. So we've got plenty to talk about as these two teams will get back with second half action and hopefully a band performance. We'll take another time out. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind: providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle, 580-357-8720.
Sidelined by surgery,
Illness? Injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
When it comes to your health, you want and deserve the best. You want a hospital with the highest quality scores in the region and one that provides safe, excellent care. Southwestern Medical Center has been a part of this community for 115 years and has a history of delivering compassionate, skilled health care to Lawton and Fort Sill. Choose the hospital that has always put the health of this community first. Southwestern Medical Center. Be well. Live well. That's why we're here.
Let's go! Guys, the toilet's clogged! Stop again! Oh, that's gross.
Unnecessary clogging. 30-minute fix. We'll have you back and using the toilet in no time.
Don't let bad plumbing penalize you. Call Whitehead Plumbing today.
When plumbing problems hit hard like a linebacker, call an audible. Whitehead Plumbing is here to tackle them head on.
Whitehead Plumbing, the real MVPs. Yeah! Woo!
We're your plumbing MVP.
All right, let's go down to midfield for the Elgin Marching Band. So that's the Elgin fight song. And your East Side Subway, your MAC headquarters, Southeast 45th Street. Great performance of Michael Jackson's Thriller and their Elgin fight song. So we'll be back with second half action right after this timeout. You're watching Big Mac Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton Community Health Center's high-quality health care is convenient to wherever you are in the region. We're here for you, whether it's our main clinic on Southwest Lee Boulevard or any of our other locations in Lawton. LCHC has additional clinics in Marlow, Comanche, Cache, Medicine Park, Apache, Elgin, and Burns Flat, with more on the way. Enjoy peace of mind knowing quality care from experienced providers is always available. LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. We also provide residential trash services for Lawton's outlying communities. We've got a solution for small businesses, contractors, construction companies, and everybody in between. We're a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
Are you ready for a debit card? Well, this card is more than you may realize. It's a reward-earning, style-affirming, money-managing, do-it-all debit card, like a key to the world. It's the Pay Me debit card from Communication Federal. Our Pay Me account pays you real cash that adds up fast, earning rewards when you use your card. So get a free Pay Me debit card today. It's secure shopping and payment power online or in stores. Sounds like you're ready. Communication Federal Credit Union.
All right, back here at Elgin Owls Stadium, where the Owls, who won the coin toss and elected to defer, so guess what? The Highlanders will have to kick off to the Elgin Owls to start off this second half, and they are up 55-0. So it's been all Elgin. Opportunities start, and then they kind of just really started to, and Case and Troutman, he's doing our TikToks and other things for us. He said that, very reminiscent. He was there with our Midwest City games. I'm going to stop coming around with you guys. I'm the bad luck, for that start. But it was kind of the same thing. And we had some scores. Lawton High trails, I think you said, right? Was it
29-20?
29-20. But then when it was 14-7 with Newcastle and Tuttle, it's now 14-13.
Yes.
So a missed PAT would be very, very interesting there. And still have the 3-minute warm-up time for these teams, and as we mentioned, had a great band performance there at the half by the Elgin Owl Marching Band with Thriller to kind of go with a Halloween-type atmosphere. I mean, we've got Halloween coming up right around the corner on Tuesday, which will be at our coaches show. Don't forget our area coaches show with 5 schools in the network, all 3 Lawton schools, plus Cache and Elgin. And we'll also have our performances, our OSN Plays of the Week. You can also get nominated with our OSN Player of the Week. That's statewide, and those will be up tomorrow morning. You'll have between 3 to vote for. We've got 2.5 minutes during this warm-up, so as they warm up, we'll take one more time out. Be back to second half action right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Barres Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Barres, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Barres Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Becker Raybon Funeral Home has been serving the funeral needs of Southwest Oklahoma since 1940 and is owned by the Raybon family. We believe family ownership makes a great difference in the care and service your family receives. Their staff is eager to find ways to assist you. Whether it's with live streaming or benefit assistance, we can help. When it comes to measuring personal levels of service, there are other funeral homes, and then there is ours. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, 1502 Fort Sill Boulevard.
All right, so back here. Start second half now. Remember, the Elgin Owls won the coin toss, elected to defer. And so they're going to start the ball in the second half just when you think that you didn't want that to happen. But, you still got to play it. Yeah, our Eastside Pharmacy is going to be our third quarter sponsor, going above and beyond to help their customers. Download their free mobile app and call your prescription anytime, day or night, and even get refill notifications. Eastside Pharmacy with 4 pharmacists and 17 years in business. Phone 355-6400. That's 355-6400. Eastside Pharmacy. Don't forget, we'll have a wrap-up of some of the games that we're watching on the network. 8 games with 9 teams here on the network. Midwest City was leading when we saw that. With the one that we'll have to look at with Altus, we didn't get Altus' score. We'll try to get them. But Newcastle and Tuttle, that's a really interesting matchup for district fairing. Now, Elgin, undefeated, sits in the driver's seat. Midwest City already has one district loss. They lost to El Reno. Macarthur beat El Reno last week, but lost to Midwest City. So you can kind of see where that kind of puts that district on this side of kind of second, third, and fourth. But, Elgin will go up to Midwest City next week and play for that district championship. So the ball teed up here at the 40-yard line for your Wayne's Drive-In kickoff on Sheridan Road and West Cache Road. Hey, everyone, let's go to Wayne's. The ball teed up at the 40-yard line is going to be spied. It's going to be end over end, and it's going to be hit into a player and then into a touchback. So on the 1st and 10 right outside the 20. Well, you got to regroup the troops because here's the thing, too, a mindset for Macarthur, for the Highlanders. I mean, Elgin, everything's going well. You just finish this out, stay healthy, and then you're going to go play for the district champion next week. Right. Macarthur, you still got a game to play next week. It's Noble, you know what I mean?
And you got to win.
Yeah, and if you don't beat Noble, then you'll be fourth, and you're going to go to Carl Albert, for his play ones, and I think we're going to get probably a Piedmont Bishop McGuinness. I think they're playing this week. That will settle a score line as Lund will get the handoff to the 20, and then he'll skate up to about the 30-yard line. He'll get a 1st and 10, move the chains. So, yeah, that's something that we will get an opportunity to check out. But, hats off to a great performance so far by Elgin. I mean, they've done nothing really wrong defensively, offensively. A couple of miscues as far as false starts, but other than that.
And a couple of fumbles, but they get the ball right back.
Yep.
I mean.
So back to work. It's going to be a jet sweep motion going to the far side of the field. Tries to hit the corner and does to the 40, 45. Tight ropes along the side edge to the 40 and then gets caught at about the 34-yard line. We always say speed kills. The first down, Owls inside Macarthur territory, right outside the 32-yard line.
That was 84 Crabtree, the senior.
Yeah, senior. So senior on senior night, everybody gets to touch the ball and right outside the 31-yard line. Back to work, back to pass. A little bit too high, and that's going to be incomplete. So now, what I see now is Tuttle leads Newcastle. Someone must have changed this score up 14-13. So I thought Newcastle had the 14, but it's 14. Okay, 14-13. You're right. Okay. Believe it or not, halftime Cash leads Clinton 7-0. Now there's a game right there that has district implications as well. And we'll keep an eye on some of those scores on the network and the shotgun formation. Laura will have Michael Adesola come to the near side of the field. It's going to be a handoff to Matthew Lund. No, it's not Lund. This is that senior going to get down to about the 12-yard line. It's Ritzenmeyer. Yep. And Ritzenmeyer is just a sophomore, yeah. So he'll probably be toting that rock as Matthew Lund will graduate, and they've really done a really good job of the 1-2 punch between these two running backs. But a holding is indicated against the Elgin Owls, and that will back them up.
Well, one of the things we can't afford here is obviously we're beaten, but you can't afford to get anybody hurt here either.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, injury is a concern when you play, and kind of sloppy football in the latter part of it, and then you also have.
But you also want your guys to come out and have some fight.
Yeah, you want to have a fight in it because, like I said, that's what I said about to establish. It's not just a game here; it's your next week opponent with Noble,
right?
And what you're going to do to see if there's any kind of playoffs for you, which we will. Go, Laura finds, and then just kind of in and out of the hands. That was kind of like lightly thrown underneath where he had to kind of slow down and get that. And then it's Crabtree. Andre Crabtree is able to make that incomplete. Outside of that first stop, they've not had to punt at all, have they? Right?
Not that I can remember.
Scored on every possession from there, and pick six and returns. It's been all Elgin on senior night. Back in the shotgun formation. Straight back to pass. Little screen. Going to go over to Ritzenmeyer, and he's going to be caught at the 44-yard line.
That's Caldwell that makes that tackle, number 34.
And this will be the first rare punting formation for Elgin. And you know what? And it's hard. In high school, I mean, even pros in college, you get up like this, you let off the gas and, the other team can kind of pack it up and fold the tent. But you kind of want to answer some points. You want to kind of get on the board for pride. And like I said, this is week 9. You still got to come and play next week for your senior night. Ball gets kicked, and it's going to be dropped at about the 27-yard line. And then rolls up to about close to the 30-yard line.
It's a little chilly outside.
Well, we had that cold front that hit mid-morning this morning. It's supposed to be, we jokingly said it went from practically summer to winter. And people bringing out their blankets and their thick jackets and all the rest of that stuff. Hats. So back in the shotgun formation. Still the Elgin faithful. Shoulder shrug, and then loads and throws, and that is going to be intercepted. So, you know what, that's really kind of, they can sit back and patiently just kind of wait and do that. Unfortunately for your sophomore, you know, that's a little makeup speed. You know, so you had the open wide receiver at the moment, but when the ball was thrown, great opportunity to just kind of catch that and get the pick.
Yeah, he just runs underneath it just a touch, and able to get the pick there.
Yep.
You'll learn if you're going to throw that ball that far across the field, you're going to have to put some grease on it and really get it in there because there's somebody else coming.
So right outside the 44. As Laura surveys the defense. It's going to be a handoff, off tackle, and then gets right up at the 50-yard line as Lund. Kind of see how patiently he just waits for blocks and then looks for holes, and he finds a crease, and then he sets it up. And we know what kind of speed that he's got. Saw that earlier on one of his early touchdown runs. Brings up a second down, very manageable. And the clock will roll. Yeah, some eye catchers, you know, when you go across the scoreboards, like, you know, people that are checking in on this game, and then you have the Clinton Cash game, little toss motion coming to the near side of the field, and a flag is thrown, gets up past the 50 inside Macarthur territory. Believe it or not, and how, we said a slow quarter for us in that second, because a lot of stoppage there. If this is right, Tuttle leads Newcastle 14-13, and they are just starting in the fourth quarter. They got to just start the fourth quarter, so they'll get this one. Still just got the last update of 7-0 Cash over Clinton. Trace Laura, back to work. Handoff. Just kind of surveying what he needs to get past the 46 to the 48-yard line.
Well, this is just a whole case of humble pie.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the best way to describe it, But, especially, if you're following a program such as we have for the 9 weeks, you kind of have, everything was going well. You were undefeated. You go into the this is what I was wanting to check up. Ardmore leads Altus 15-13 in the third quarter, so we kind of figured that. Trace Laura, back to work, back to pass. Going to air that one out, and that's going to be a pitch and catch. Gets away from one defender, and then down to about the, they're going to say the 19-yard line.
There's a flag down.
Okay, a flag down back 35. At the 35. So Del City leads Coweta 43-7. They are ranked number 2. Midwest City leads Noble 28-14. See, Noble's not going to be just a. Here's the other thing I said. This is on the other side of the bracket, which kind of makes things interesting. Is Bishop McGuinness leads Piedmont 13-7, and they are in the fourth quarter. So that should be holding against the Highlanders, and that penalty will be declined. The result of the play gets a first down with 7:42. So it's the Ritzenmeyer handoff. Around the corner, gets the block, gets around Dominique Collins. There's a flag on the play. Gets past the 13-yard line. That's the other thing that slows down a ball game too. Is a lot of the flags.
Looks like there's probably a holding over there.
Well, that's what I think that they're showing there. Holding is the indication.
I don't care if you're getting help. Let's set the edge.
Yes.
Please set the edge.
Well, and we would do that at times. That's the weird thing about it. It's just the consistency. So PC North still leads Lawton 29-20. That is supposed to be at the half. We'll have most of that taken care of. So set up shop right outside the 23-yard line with a 1st and 15. Laura back in the shotgun formation. Handoff. Gets a block. Skates across. Then a jersey tackle trying, and then he still keeps his feet moving right outside right at the sticks. I think there'll be a 1st and 10 or a 1st and goal, right? Right outside the 9.
1st and goal.
Yep. So they'll drop the sticks.
Looks like it.
No, they're going to mark him short by a yard. Okay.
Maybe a foot.
No, you and I were right. There's first down, Owls, and 1st and goal. Hey, make sure you download us on the Oklahoma Sports Network on your iPhone, your Apple and Android devices. Just search Oklahoma Sports Network, Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. And the machine keeps rolling. It's going to be a handoff, and this time there is a Highlander stop at the 5-yard line. We're getting a lot of new jerseys in. No, it's a Ritzenmeyer, who is really kind of take the relief off of Matthew Lund, the senior. And they'll take some time off the clock to get through the halfway
point. The last
point.
thing you can afford to do is mess up Lund's, year by getting him hurt here. This is where as a coach you're up 55-0, and you want to try to change out some players so you don't get anybody injured because you're going to need them in a couple weeks.
Right. So, back in the shotgun formation is Laura. It's going to be a handoff. He's got the time to get the pylon if he can get to the corner, and then he gets pushed out of bounds. Ritzenmeyer gets down to about the 3-yard line. So they'll bring, 3rd down and goal?
Yes.
5:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. This is whistle dead, yep. Be a false start. Oh, we're going to have to get a Walters score for you, too. Walters playing Hobart. They really try to get a come-from-behind clash with Apache last week, which was really a great game.
We're inside this booth with one window open, and it's a little bit chilly.
Yeah, no, I know. And everybody else kind of dressed warm.
We actually have a heater on in here.
So Hobart leads Walters 20-6. And they are in the 4th quarter. Catch that on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Great district implications for the Walters Blue Devils. Newest on the OSN family. A little screen pass over to Lund, and he will get in the end zone for the score. The confetti and everything else goes up in the air. Everything Elgin's way. Really trying to make a statement for those teams that have already gotten the publicity. And I'm sure Carl Albert is watching this game too. They're off this week. So, Del City was in commanding lead over Coweta. They're probably the quietest undefeated team out of the Class 5A because they're really kind of an East District team now. And they are undefeated going into the Coweta game. That was kind of a revenge game for them because they lost to Coweta in overtime when Coweta went for 2. They lost 2 district losses last year to Macarthur by the same way. They hosted both of them, and they lost in overtime. Well, they win the Macarthur game, and then they get the Coweta game. So 62-0. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
to the best chapter of your life, one with rheumatology care from a provider who focuses on your well-being and getting you back to what matters most. Dr. Shahzad is dedicated to building long-lasting relationships based on trust and medical integrity with every single patient. Schedule your telemedicine appointment today. Don't let rheumatoid arthritis or other inflammatory conditions stop you from enjoying life. MMG, the power of many for the benefit of one.
All right, back here at Elgin Owl Stadium, 62-0. It's been all Elgin since the get-go. 62 unanswered points, and they've left the goose egg up, and that's the other great advantage that you'd like to have is, you know, if you're 8-0 and the other team's 7-1, and then you get them not to score at your home field, yeah, everything's going your way. And your kickoff by Wayne's Driving with 2 locations to serve you, Sheridan Road and West Cache Road. Hey, everyone, let's go to Wayne's. Ball teed up, and the wind is blown off the ball off the tee at the 40, and we'll try it one more time, and then the next time they're going to get a holder. Give you 2 times to say, okay, if it kind of shows you that little north wind that kind of blew in, brought us a little cold front. And this is going to be kicked end over end, your Wayne's Drive-In kickoff. It's going to be fielded at the 20, taken to the 25, stumbles his way up to about the 35-yard line, and that's where they'll set up shop. So we'll set up shop, 1st and 10. Lachlan. Get the jet motion sweep coming to the near side, looking to go downfield into double coverage into Josh Rushing, and that falls incomplete. So it's 2nd and down at 10. Lachlan fake the shoulder shrug. Coming to the pass to the near side. He's running for his life on the far side of the field. Has to throw that one away. Brings up a 3rd down and 10. I'll tell you what, these stands are still packed. I know a couple of coaches shows time ago, Chalmer Wyatt, head coach of the Elgin Owls, said one time on a Friday night he turned around and looked, he said, I have never seen it this packed before. You know, I mean, and, you know, you talk about how he took this senior class as freshmen and they really had to take it on the chops, little toss going to the far side of the field. It makes one man miss, gets to the out of bounds marker right past the 40-yard line. Need to get up to about the 44.5 to keep the drive alive.
Well, one of the things that Elgin has to be very, you know, obviously they're one of our schools, but
yeah,
they have changed this place.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, if remember, the stands, the home stands were on the other side, the old press box.
Wood,
you know, and, oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
No, it was something. And this place is beautiful.
Yeah, they've done a lot for it. So, 4th down and going for it, of course. Hard count. No, I mean, with a punt, I'm sorry, for the let that bloop up into the lights, bounces down to about the 30-yard line, and that's where Dominic Collins will watch it go out of bounds. We'll give you some scores here on the network. Still no new update from the Tuttle Newcastle game. I'll have to go the old-fashioned way. Same thing with Cash. I'm going to have to go to the network and watch some of these because how they're reporting scores is not really up to date. So we got a change in at quarterback now for the Elgin Owls. It's going to be a handoff, and this time taken down at about the 27-yard line. But, before you start to get too down in the mouth, for Macarthur fans, there's a couple of things that you have to realize. One, you got senior night next week at home against Noble, who's kind of, staying with Midwest City. Okay, so it's going to be a game you're going to have to go play. And then, if you get a possible win for that, you still may not be fourth place. You'll be third, but you'd probably go take on the Guthrie Blue Jays. What was fighting is the third and fourth position, which was Piedmont and Bishop McGinnis. Bishop McGinnis led, handoff, jet sweep motion coming to the near side of the field. They'll keep it going there. Yes, believe it or not, Cash leads Clinton 7-0 in the fourth quarter with 8:12 left to go.
Wow.
At Ulrich Stadium. And how excited will Coach Griffin be with a win like that over a storied traditional Clinton?
We've played Clinton many a time, and they're not easy to beat.
Yeah. Well, and, we played Clinton for a little bit of non-district games, too.
Long time.
So back in the shotgun formation. Handoff. And, this is what you're going to see for the remainder of this game. The game is done, 62-0. There's really nothing else to do. You got your substitutions in, trying to get those across. It's your Eastside Pharmacy third quarter still has about 2:52, and hopefully you'll just get the. Yeah, the interesting game is still up on the network. It is Tuttle leads Newcastle 14-13 in the fourth. And we'll get you a time reference here after a while. Going to punt this one away. Going to back away. Dominic Collins will let that roll. And gets down to about the 47-yard line with 2:27 left to go. And then same thing with Lachlan. We have our senior quarterback that's not played in yet. And I know that you're trying to get something going on. Marquise Harris is going to be the lone back next to his left. I would run the ball as well. Marquise Harris pushes the pile past the 50 inside Elgin Owl territory, right outside the 47-yard line and the 2:16 mark. They're in Tuttle. Newcastle has the ball, and they're inside the red zone. Well, I'll tell you what, after that ball carrier right there, a nice little sidestep and gets the first down, move the chains right outside the 35-yard line.
Kind of flip funny. I hope he didn't.
Harris, yeah, I know, and Harris has been out. Oh, yeah, he's kind of unfortunate because he's been out for a couple of weeks. He wasn't with us in the Midwest City game. Finally gets back. Kind of had some ankle and stuff like that. Little toss here to the near side, and he'll be taken down. Still, the defense kind of leaving up a goose egg there at 0 with $1:40 left to go.
In the third quarter.
Yeah, that's right.
We wish it was a minute 30
to
go in the fourth quarter.
It's
I wish it was a minute 30 we were already done.
Yeah, with a game like this,
done. Cooked.
Lachlan in the shotgun formation. And it's going to be at the exchange. But, the Elgin faithful has stayed and made their presence known in the stands and on the field.
No matter how chilly.
Yeah. This will be a third down and 16 with a final minute left to go. And some people are making their ways to the exit. They saw what they needed. Will stay undefeated at 9-0. Look to heave ho and got a connection to the far side of the field. They're going to get a first down as he gets pushed out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. And they'll run the clock. 37 seconds left to go. We'll probably try to get our way into low snap, toss, sweep. Oh, just kind of goes racing past the 20 out to the 18-yard line. I think that was over to Jeremy Hutchinson, wasn't it? I don't think it was 0, not 4, right? My eyes don't fail me yet.
It was number 0.
Yeah, that's Hutchinson. And the final probably play of the third quarter, 23 seconds. See, went out of bounds, and that's where the clock stopped. In the shotgun formation, high snap. Handoff gets down to about the 15-yard line, and that should end the third quarter if they so desire. As Hutchinson brings up 3rd down and 3.
That's the end of the
And that's the end of the third quarter. So 4th and final period with the final 12 minutes of this game. Coming up right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton's newest hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road. A family-friendly atmosphere featuring their award-winning pizza and calzone, made fresh daily from their secret family recipe, with handcrafted burgers, wings, appetizers, salad, and homemade desserts, including deep-fried banana pudding. Come hang out with us. The Hangout, 5370 Northwest Cash Road in Lawton.
Welcome back to Elgin Owl Stadium. It's a 62-0 Elgin lead as the Macarthur Highlanders outside a red zone opportunity. The Tracy Green buying or selling your next home. Tracy Green Properties. Call 580-284-9364. Lachlan is going to get the initial quarterback draw. And the shotgun formation gets down to about the 9-yard line. 1st and goal, and really playing for pride this time. You want to get that goose egg off, just so you weren't blanked. You're a 7-1 team. You were ranked 10th in the state, and number 4 just kind of showed you how it was done. It's going to be a little toss sweep to about the 3-yard line as Hutchinson gets the little toss motion. Gain of about 5. 2nd and goal. Again, just playing for pride to start in the 4th quarter. So far, Cash leads Elgin 7-0. That's a great game on the network. And also, Tuttle and Newcastle, a 1-point lead, 14-13. Lachlan quarterback keep. Pushes the pile down to about the 2-yard line. It's the way that night has been. Hard charging against this Elgin Owl defense. Brings up 3rd down. 3rd down and about 4. High snap, quarterback keep, and he will try to do what he can to get to the pylon. He'll get to the, he will. He'll score for the first Macarthur touchdown tonight. So they finally get 6 on the board, and that is a final. That was why the lights went off. Newcastle comes up short, and they lose to Tuttle by a point, 14-13. Tuttle will go to 7-2. Newcastle will be 7-2 overall. PAT coming up. So that game is in the books. You can watch that again on demand. What a great matchup with a 1-point lead. We thought that could be really one of the games of the week. PAT, ball up, through and good. to make it 7. 62-7 with 10:45 left to go in the fourth. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Big Mac Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
All right, back here at Elgin Owl Stadium, it's 62-7 now. Highlanders finally get on the board with a 3-yard quarterback keep. Dives to the pylon is Lachlan. Your drive summary by City National Bank, offering you easy line account, offering for both personal and business customers. One size does not fit all. Find the account that fits you today. Your ideal account awaits you at City National Bank, member FDIC. And your Wayne's kickoff. Before and after the game, let's go to Wayne's, Sheridan Road and West Cache Road. The Macarthur Highlanders will have the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. So I guess the only thing that you can kind of say decent enough for the Highlanders is they got the goose egg off the board. Chip shot. Going to call for the fair catch at the 30-yard line, and they'll start 1st and 10. The great news for Cache fans, they lead Clinton 7-0. They have the ball with 2:25 left to go, and they're outside the Clinton 20-yard line. It's an interesting, we had eight games and 9 teams on the network for tonight because this one was double duty with Elgin and Macarthur with both of our channels up and running. Handoff. Coming to the near side of the field. Dominic Collins and a host of Highlanders will make the tackle at the 35-yard line. I don't know if Clinton – I know why. Clinton is out of timeouts. So Clinton has no timeouts. Cache has 2, 1:41, and they were going to take a knee. And they're going to call it quits. How about that? The Cache Bulldogs will defeat the Clinton Red Tornadoes at Elrick Stadium over in Cache. And Newcastle falls to Tuttle 14-13 as some of these games coming to the conclusion. Handoff, far side of the field. We've got a lot of substitutions in now. Look who's sticking around. So, if you think that next week is going to be a cakewalk, it's 35-28, Midwest City with the lead over Noble. They got 4 minutes left to go in that contest. Touchdown, they could tie that up.
Yep.
Against Midwest City. So, you got your work cut out for you for the Highlanders. Elgin, they'll play Midwest City. I wonder if Midwest City was kind of peeking ahead. They had that trap game playing Noble before they have to play Elgin. Oh, a little screen pass to the flare. Far side of the field falls incomplete. 9:14 left to go. So taking a knee, congratulations to the Cache Bulldogs. Newcastle comes up a little bit empty. Walters was trailing Hobart, and they still are 20-12 with a final 1:37 left to go. Walters will have back-to-back losses because they lost to Apache in that big district showdown. Going to punt this one away. Calls for the fair catch, Dominic Collins. Oh, and there's a kid. There's a flag in the play. Yeah. Just going to be impeding the.
Yeah, I think so.
He called for the fair catch, and then you were on top of him.
He kind of bumps into him. It wasn't on purpose. He was trying to get to the ball, but one of those freaky things. Dominic's like, I didn't get a chance to catch it.
So, you could download our free apps on Apple and Android and Roku devices by searching the Oklahoma Sports Network. On your phone, too, download the app. It's free. but you can download that app. Ardmore leads Altus 15-13 with 8:54 left to go in the fourth. So they're kind of on pace of kind of where we are. Just a 2-point ball game in that one. So a lot of close games outside of this one. 62-7, they take the flag and impede that against Elgin. The catch interference after the fair catch is called, and they'll mark it up to about the 48-yard line. Now, senior quarterback will come in, Dane Edwards, for the Macarthur Highlanders. You can just tell because he's taller.
Yep.
Till the taller stature comes in, the senior comes in, kind of finish this one out, toss, motion to the near side of the field with Harris. Harris to the 40 and then gets pushed out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. And that will stop the clock.
I believe we got a hold here.
And we got a down Macarthur Highlander as well. So as they're going to tend to him, we'll take a brief timeout. Be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Hail damage on your vehicle? Look no further than Cars Hail Repair Specialists. They're locally owned and operated with certified PDR technicians and offer a lifetime warranty with zero out-of-pocket guarantee. They work directly with your insurance and they give a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Make sure you ask them about the $200 referral program. Cars Hail Repair Specialists. Give them a call today, 580-360-5050.
It's real red wine vinegar and olive oil blend. It's called the Juice. And at Jersey Mike's, it adds that jazz to your sub. Add a flavor zing with the Juice. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
All right, back here at Elgin Owls Stadium. Two Macarthur Highlanders have to have a little bit of aid, gingerly putting some weight on their feet and legs, and 62-7, your score here. Still a 15-13 lead, Ardmore over Altus with 7:41 left to go. And that's over in Altus. Ardmore is going to be a team that's going to drop down to 4A, so we will not see them next year. In our district, the one big change to take notice is Del City will come. Dane Edwards has to scoop that one up high off the ground, but he's going to take it with a quarterback run. Down to the 40, he'll get the first down out of it, down to about the 39-yard line. So Dane Edwards showing a little bit of a senior speed as he comes out.
Well, it looked like the ball was going to go over his head, and he was able to get it down, but because he's so tall, he was able to grab it and go. And he had some speed.
8:28 and counting. Over to Harris, flagging the play. It's probably a hold. And the Highlanders with the hold. And they'll run the clock. Midwest City took another touchdown lead over Noble, so that's MacArthur's next opponent. Quarterback keep as Dane Edwards tries to survey the defense, gets around the corner, still stays in bounds.
Gets close to the first down.
Watch that on the First Baptist East Instant Replay. Well, you know what? He got some downfield blocks.
Yeah.
Which is good. You know, it's like, I'll tell you this about this Newcastle handoff that's just kind of met at the exchange. I was able to fill in last year for the Newcastle Tuttle game last year, and it was raining, just really miserable weather, and Newcastle kind of jumped out. And Tuttle has that experience of just their confidence that they've been in these situations before, and they just find ways to win. And just even this one, and I don't know the complexity of the missed PAT as the ball snapped, there's flags in the play. We have one individual that has got the pink for breast cancer awareness referee that's throwing the pink flag. And that's through all the month of October. But, you know, here again, it just shows you, and I don't know what Newcastle did to miss that PAT or it got blocked or whatever. That game was 14-13. Guess who? Tuttle by a 1-point win. Yeah. You know, so that kind of thing. Dane Edwards, the quarterback, keep this time coming to the near side of the field. He gets chased down, gets down to about the 29-yard line. And they'll run the clock there with 6:48. But like we said, folks, for those who follow the MacArthur Highlanders, you got one more regular season game left. And that's going to be at home senior night next Friday against the Noble Bears. Dane Edwards, it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Oh, he makes one man miss to the 20, makes another one miss to the 20, the 10, down to the 5, and then he'll cross and score. The Highlanders get some junk points. You aren't gonna shave away any of the 15 maximum points that you get in a game, but
no.
You know, you got rid of the goose egg, and now you're just still playing. And Dane Edwards, the senior, comes in. Your Comanche Home Center fourth quarter, by the way. With over 50 years of experience in the lumber industry, they provide building materials to do it right. Carpet One with floor covering products for the individual builder or commercial. Number 2, Southwest C Avenue. And the PAT coming up. And the Highlander Regiment playing the fight song. Win or lose, you're a fan. Kick up, through, and good. So 62-14 with 6:17 left to go in this one. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, AeroSign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. AeroSign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Back to Elgin Owls Stadium. Highlanders get another score, touchdown. Dane Edwards circumventing all of that to get a drive in your drive summary by City National Bank. Your ideal account awaits you at City National Bank. One size does not fit all. Find the account that fits you today. And your kickoff sponsor brought to you by Wayne's Drive-In. Before and after the game, let's go to Wayne's. Call for the fair catch right outside the 39-yard line. And the clock will stop at 6:17. So half of a quarter away to finish this one out. So Walters came up a little bit shy. So we'll have Week 10 upon us before you know it. Can you believe that? Already 10 weeks of football already in the books, and then we're talking playoffs. And, it is special that you get in, hand off up the middle, drag some players just for a couple of yards. But, you take the top 4 in the 8 of each district, and Macarthur, with this loss, will give them their second district loss. Now, if they were happen to beat Noble in the last, and they tie with El Reno for for the same district record, Macarthur wins head-to-head with them, so they would finish third, and they would play the number 2 in the other side of the district was Guthrie, the Blue Jays, who had a great performance last night against the Eisenhower Eagles. You'd have to go to the Rock and play that. Hits the corner. Dominic Collins and a few others hold him up as he gets close to about the 44-yard line. So, that's the other thing I was going to check. I can do that while we're waiting through this. I really got to find out because they're going to solidify 3rd and 4th place with this matchup that I'll give you here in a second. Okay, so it is a final. So Bishop McGuinness beats Piedmont 19-14. So as it will stand, I don't think there's going to be any change of it. Carl Albert will be first. Guthrie will be second. And then with that win, Bishop McGuinness will be third. Piedmont will be fourth. Handoff coming to the near side of the field and is going to be upended as he gets the first down inside Highlander territory. And you get the first down, Owls. But, so that makes your 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th solidified. Now, the only thing that isn't solidified in this other side is next week's matchup between Elgin and Midwest City. And that was just like last year. That was for the district championship. And remember, Elgin was ahead. Midwest City came back at the last drive to win that game in the 4th quarter to win the district. But Elgin's got something to prove. They want to play Elgin football all the way to the end. You can join us for our coaches show right outside the Hangout. That's each and every Tuesdays at 6 p.m. It will be Halloween night. Tuesday at 6 p.m. You can join us for all of our area coaches and players talking about this week's matchups and the final week of the regular season. It's down 3:37 and counting. Just trying to get out of this and go back to film study and get your grades and kind of get to next week. But Elgin will go in healthy enough, stable enough. They got the speed. They got the physicality. We've seen both teams. A wonderful matchup. You'll get to watch this from both sides on our channels for Midwest City and Elgin next week. Friday up in Midwest City. So maybe Elgin can return the favor by getting a win on their home turf there, probably for their senior night. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, and it's going to get down to about the 35-yard line. Is in a quarterback. Is it number 16? See, the thing is.
Number 13.
Oh, 13, thank you. So that's Caden Tompkins. He's a senior. So the senior gets a little bit of opportunity at senior night to show his stuff with 2.5 to go here. Our postgame will be still going to have to, because of our Hart Award, is what we're going to have to say, is our OSN Macarthur Player of the Game at the conclusion of this one. 2 minutes and counting. Hard camp, little pop motion going to the far side of the field, and is going to be taken down at about the 39-yard line. Well, glad you could join us on the broadcast. For those on Facebook, like us on Facebook. For those who are watching on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We love that as an opportunity for you to join the family. And the Elgin Owls will go to 9-0. Now, one thing I'll have to ask Coach on Tuesday is the possibility has there been, and if there is, when was the last time Elgin went undefeated in a season? Last year they came close. They came up, with that loss in the end. But to go 10-0, and Coach talked about how special the senior class was to him. We're talking about Chalmer Wyatt of the Elgin Owls, is he saw these freshmen, the senior class as freshmen, and what that meant. Timeout by Macarthur. So they take a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
High snap over the head, was able to come up with it as Dane Edwards takes it all the way to the near side of the field at about the 25-yard line with the final 1:30 left to go in this one. And for the Elgin faithful that has stayed, pretty much a lot of, some people made the exits. But the faithful wanted to enjoy every bit of this senior night. And what I will say, the last regular season game here at home. So they wanted to send them off with a big celebration win before they have to go to Midwest City next week. Dane Edwards in the shotgun formation. It's going to be a toss motion going to Harris on the far side. It's good to see Harris come back out. Remember, he kind of limped his way around that last time, goes out of bounds with 53 seconds left to go. Some of our games coming to the conclusion. Friday night under the big lights, Friday night football in the state of Oklahoma will come to a completion, and we'll really talk about this during the coaches show. The pecking order for this district's really starting to formulate of kind of who's going to start playing who. I'll wait for come in and make for that last adjustment. He stood over the ball. Oh, I guess we got a Elgin player tying a shoe. That's what it was. Okay, now they'll start the play clock. In the shotgun formation, Dane Edwards right up the middle and going to be a quarterback keeper up to about the 25-yard line. Was that second down and 26? And, they just keep the ball here and just run the clock out. Just really nothing else to say. With a 62-14. This game was really never close. It was a 7-0 start for Elgin. They went to 14-21, and then the wheels came off. And when the wheels came off in every different direction there was, I'll have to go ask, but I don't remember Macarthur getting beat this much in a game. 62 points put up against them. Elgin will get the advanced win and the 15 maximum points. You have the final 8 seconds. He'll have to just snap it one more time. And Dane Edwards will close it out. Trying to spy and stay inbounds. Smart heads up by the senior, goes down, and that will be the end of this contest. Final score, 62-14 as the Elgin Owls go 9-0, and the fireworks can conclude over in the corner. Let me get the fireworks over there. Might as well. Little celebration on senior night. There we go. For those who could not make it, got to see a little bit of pyrotechnics. We'll come back in our postgame. We'll have our quick player of the game. We'll wrap things up here at Elgin Owls Stadium. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Here at Classic Lawton Chevrolet, we love our community and we want to show our appreciation.
We offer savings for military, first responders, college students, and educators, giving back to those who give everything they've got.
What's in your driveway? You don't have to come onto the lot. We'll bring it to you.
Get a 360-degree view and video summary of every vehicle. Top dollar for your trade and even get pre-approved. ClassicChevyNation.com.
What's in your driveway?
Enjoy the difference.
All right, back at Elgin Owl Stadium, it's a final here, 62-14 as Elgin advances to 9-0. The Macarthur Highlanders get their second loss now of the season to district foes, by the way, running their non-district schedule, but loses to Midwest City and then loses to Elgin. Elgin will fight for the district championship, which will be next week, Friday, up in Midwest City, and you can catch that both on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Postgame show. It's postgame show. We'll get that opportunity. It's brought to you by Ballard Garage, family-owned and operated, an auto repair shop catered to you and your needs for flexible hours. They're willing to work with your schedule and get your car fixed right. Call for an appointment today at 699-2400. They're at 1526 Southwest F Avenue in Lawton. Postgame show will also bring you your player of the game, brought to you by Sovereign Bank, formerly First National Bank and Trust. We have a new name and a new look to empower your financial goals as well as serving our community. 2 locations to serve you in Lawton. 702 Northwest Sheridan Road, 6702 Quanah Parker Trailway. Member FDIC. Player of the game, Sovereign Bank. And we want to say it's Braden Brown, senior, also coming for punting duties, had to play defense, had to do quite a bit tonight. Braden Brown, unfortunately, on the losing side of things. But remember, this is week 9, so you still got to come back, win, lose, or draw. You got to play Noble next week, fight for your last opportunity to make a showing in district play. Because we are in the playoffs, by the way. I mean, it's like unless we lose to Noble, but I think pretty much you can say an opportunity still awaits you, something to play for, so it's not just like the last game of the season. So your post-game show brought to you by Ballard Garage and Sovereign Bank, your player of the game. 62-14 was your final. You've been watching a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network. Good night, everyone.
Boomer.
Sooner.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.